There we go. All right. Hey, Robot Coffee Chef, how's it going? Sorry, I'm just figuring out a couple other things on my phone. We're gonna start moving here. We woke up this morning, took a quick trip to the Walmart that is currently behind us. Well, I'll show the Walmart just because I can. Took a quick trip to the Walmart, got ourselves some water, used the bathroom facilities, which was nice, and now we're ready to keep on walking. Hey, Captain Howdy. Yes, sir, we do have some sidewalk. Not often we get blessed with this kind of thing, but we have it now, so I'll take it. And good morning, Gecko Jeeper. How's it going? All right. We got about 12 miles here until our next subway stop. It's on the side of the highway in like a rest stop, so that could be interesting. But supposedly we are able to walk to it. Morning, Jacob. How's it going? It was good, Gecko Jeeper, and good morning, T. I tried to go to, I don't know, yeah, you were here at the end of last stream when we were looking for a place for me to sleep. I tried to go to that Memorial Park. What was it, Lakeview Memorial Park or something like that? So I walked all the way to it, which was like probably 3/4 of a mile off the route out of the way, only to find out that it was actually a cemetery. And I did not want to set up my camp in a cemetery, so I ended up walking past that. Luckily not too far across the street there was a park there called like William D. Williams Park. Very creative name. It was a baseball field, but there was a nice little area that was kind of surrounded by trees but still mowed grass and soft, so I set up my tent there. Unfortunately, it was right next to some railroad tracks, so I was woken up a couple of times in the middle of the night by a giant train blowing by the side of my head, but it wasn't too bad at all. I'll take that. All right. I think we're just gonna go here. It's not like anyone else is turning and they got a red light. At least it should have been quiet in the cemetery. Lol. You're right. But I've managed to avoid sleeping in which means that we are ahead of schedule, because I was still planning on being in, like, I don't even think I was planning on having hit Buffalo yet by the end of May. So black screen. Okay, why do we have a black screen here? right, we're good. All right. No, so I was saying, Robot Coffee Chat, the way I measure the schedule is by the month. So I think on the initial plan, on the 6-month plan, right, we weren't even going to have hit Buffalo by the end of May. So the fact that we're going to be into Pennsylvania means that we're doing really well and we're ahead of schedule, which is great. Hey, quiet to listen. How's the day? It is, so far, so good. It's going to be another day in the low to mid 70s, which is perfect for walking. Awesome. We got a bit of clouds, so I don't have to worry about the sun beating down on me too hard. We are wearing sunscreen, but I don't know, we don't have to worry about it too much. Hey, Kadita, good morning. How's it going? Mornings are my busier time. Yeah, thanks, Robot Coffee Chef, man. I appreciate it. I get really competitive with myself. I know I've said this a million times, but when I'm ahead of schedule, man, nothing feels better. I love it. Love that feeling. We love that energy, yes. And Flip, by the way, man, I think we missed you yesterday for the Cannibal Sandwich Man stream. We streamed for about a little less than 7 hours, I think, dressed as a sandwich the whole time. The whole time. Walked right on by the Highmark Stadium where the Bills play, and through the greater Buffalo area. Sorry, man. Well, it was always the VOD, I suppose. It went awesome, man. We had a couple of really good raids. The good Dr. WD-40 there came in with a raid, as well as a couple other people. Jody Hugmonster, I know, did, and a couple more. And we did well. We were up to like 200 viewers at one point, I think. It was great. And no, it was beautiful out. It was at the highest point of the day, it was in the mid-70s. And it was comfortable. And to be honest with you, I kind of liked having the hamburger costume on or the sandwich costume on, because it blocked the sun from hitting my arms. I was able to put my arms inside of it and push the carriage that way. It was nice. Good morning, Abby. How's it going? Good morning, lurking while working on a network relay in a centuries-old ruin above the sea. Hope you have a great day. That sounds a really cool, questionable results, and I hope you have a great day too. How many points do we need to turn in to get you to sleep in a cemetery? It has to be comfortable. Think of all the people getting their eternal rest there. I don't think there's any amount of points, man. That is bad juju, and I am not interested in it. We're going to stay out of the cemeteries. Good morning, guys. Let's see. Just gonna make sure I'm heading in the right direction here. Usually am, but it's always nice to check. So we're gonna take 20 down. Our next turn isn't until, well, for a very long time, and we turn onto Versailles Plank Road. What a name. All right. Sounds good. Hey there, Gently Moving. I plan on replacing my shoes about once a month. We started this trip on May 1st. I'm already on to my second pair of shoes that I got on May 16th. But my first pair of shoes are the same pair of shoes I used throughout all of the training for the 6 months prior to this. So they were pretty close to dead when we started this trip. So about once a month, I assume I'm going to go through about 5 to 6 pairs of shoes. Sorry I missed yesterday's stream. No worries, Bronx Rule, man. Glad to see you're here today. It was a really fun one, though. We dressed up as a sandwich for the entire stream, and we walked 25 miles dressed as a sandwich. Good morning, Demon Days. How's it going? And what is up, UFO? Just another beautiful day out here for a walk. Excited about how we're ahead of schedule a little bit, and hoping to reach the border of Pennsylvania here within the next couple of days. South coast of the UK, it smells like bat output. Well, that's gross, questionable results, but it still seems really cool to be where you are. Minus the smell. Hey, good morning, Ziggy. How is it going, man? Good morning, old dusty mouth. Oh, is that my nickname now in Demon Days? These roads are clean, I swear. Good morning, Monique. And hi, BS, how's it going? Good morning, Chunky Pup. It's gonna be a beautiful one, guys. Absolutely no rain in the forecast, but we got clouds in the sky to keep the sun off our backs. It's gonna be like 70 degrees out. Perfect day for walking. Perfect day for walking. All right, now that we got a couple of people coming in here, I'm gonna go ahead and thank some of the people that we got that followed the stream off stream. So, Dog, Thin Veil, Defective Automaton, Econ, Buffalo just boxed you 1, and J&J 20. Thank you guys all very much for the follows. I appreciate it. Appreciate all of yous, and welcome to the walk. Nice day for a stroll. You can say that again, Snottling. It's absolutely perfect. What's the sandwich forecast for today? Good question. I think, thankfully, by the way, we are in an area where we're going to be basically walking to a Subway at least once every day. So we don't have to order for like 3 days worth of sandwiches, which is awesome. So we can afford to get ourselves tastier sandwiches instead of just bland meats and cheese. Good morning, Bic. I can't refute that. The mist is clearing. Same kind of weather here. It's pretty cool. Good morning, Nisio. Thank you very much for the 1-bit, man. That is awesome of you. Did you get Heelys? No UFO. Unfortunately, no Heelys. My mom said I'm not allowed because I'd hurt myself. Lol.
Wait.
Nah, actually, I think Heelys would be considered cheating on this walk that I'm doing. So, no Heelys. I think from now on when Sean says you could say that again, we should just repeat our messages in chat. That could get annoying. Gosh, howdy. Lol. I gotta thank Artman for introducing me to you and your stream. Oh, well, thank you very much, Snottling, and thank you very much, Artman. Yeah, that interview that we did with him was a blast, man. Just a really, really fun time, and I would love to do it again. And I'm sure that we will as we get further and further in onto our trip. All right, I gotta cross the street here to get over to the safe side of the road, because it looks like we're about to lose our sidewalk. So we are in the greater Buffalo area, BS. We are currently in the town of Hamburg, I believe, just south of Buffalo, and we're gonna be walking our way down parallel to Lake Erie until we hit the border of Pennsylvania. Good luck today. Thanks, Nisio. And that was a cool interview. It was really fun. It lasted a lot longer than I thought it was going to, just because we were both like having so much fun. We were having a blast, man.
Southwestern.
So we literally talked until nightfall here, and then I had to run around in the dark and try to put in my tent. But it was worth it. Good morning, Danger Tater. How's it going? Oh, no kidding, Nisio. Unfortunately, we're a little ways past Jersey now, and we never actually went that far south. But I did spend a year working down in Jersey, so I know the area pretty well, at least northern Jersey. Oh, Nisio, I'm walking to Pennsylvania. I'm walking all the way to the Santa Monica Pier in California. So we're not stopping at Pennsylvania. We're going straight across the country. Unfortunately, not hitting New Jersey, though. Thanks, BS. I appreciate it. Did you do your shopping at Walmart? I absolutely did, Ziggy. Yep. And the only thing I picked up was more water, to be honest with you. But I was able to use their bathrooms, too, which was nice. Sicklerville, New Jersey now. I don't know if I know Sicklerville. I spent a lot of time in the Madison Florham Park area, and a lot of time in the Edison area and Newark. Good morning, Davey. How's it going, bud? Near Camden. Oh, okay. Yep. I know. Okay, I know where it is. Perfect. Dropped off some water, got some new water. Exactly, Snottling. The ever-flowing cycle of water through the body. I did. It was so we were trying to find a place for me to sleep at the end of last stream, looking for some parks or some public lands that we can continue our dispersed camping streak here. And we found a park, or what we thought was a park. It was called like Lakeview Memorial Park. Has park right in the name. So I walked to it about a mile off of the track where we were supposed to go. And when I got there, I found out that apparently the whole place was a cemetery. So we are definitely not sleeping in a cemetery. Stay away from that bad juju. Luckily, there was another park really close by called William D. Williams Park. And we were able to find a nice little spot that was very secluded, had a couple of trees around it. Unfortunately, it was right next to a railroad line. So we were woken up a couple of times in the middle of the night by a giant train passing by. But it was comfortable, cozy, secluded, private, and nice, so I can't complain too much. Does that make Sean a walking recycling center? I think it makes us all a walking recycling center, doesn't it, Gecko? Every single one of us. I made a GoFundMe for me and my cats, but I had to keep where to share it. Interesting, Nisio. I guess you could share it in the Discord. We have a recommendations channel for things to look up and look into, so you can post it there, I guess. These sneakers are made for walking, lol. They actually are, they're walking sneakers, yep. Also, great song. But at least no zombies woke you. No zombies, no bears, and worst of all, no mountain lions, right? I'll take that. Yeah, no worries, Nisio. So I find that there are really nice parts and really bad parts when you get into these greater city areas. The nice part is there's tons of spots to get supplies if you need to, like at Walmart, Dollar Generals. There's also tons of Subways, so we know that there's guaranteed food. But the roadways are always a lot busier than when you're in the middle of nowhere farmland. So pluses and minuses, I suppose. How are you for shoes? Become on this route in a shoe store? Davey, I'm doing pretty well for shoes. I'm on my second pair already. I have a couple of extra pairs back home that I think my wonderful girlfriend will be sending out to us as we need them. So we are all set when it comes to shoes. We just got to make sure we give them ample notice and a place to send them to so that they're there for us when we get there. Loose seal in Buffalo. Lol. Ziggy, did you ever watch that show, Arrested Development? There's an entire, 3-episode series dedicated to one of the characters getting attacked by a loose seal, and it's an homage to the fact that his mom's name, who he is horribly over-attached to, is Lucille. Funny show. I recommend it anyway. Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. Just checking. I had a feeling, Ziggy. I had a feeling, man. Good morning, JKB. How's it going? Oh, there you go, Nisio. Awesome. It is a really good show. I have not seen the newest season when they came back for that new season on Netflix. But I think I've seen through like season 4 or 5. And it is quality. There is always money in the Banana Shack. I saw the interview, it was good, and is he a comedian? I'm actually not entirely sure of Artman's background, Davey. I know that he's spent a lot of time and a lot of years working in media and traveling, doing interviews and that kind of thing. He's really cool. He's done interviews with like Vanilla Ice and Lil Jon, which is awesome. But he was a super funny guy, and he was great to hang out with. And like I said, it was just awesome. It flowed, it lasted a while, and it was great. I watched it over in North Dakota, over again. Can't get enough. It is pretty good. Good morning, Richie Slammer. Looks like you are on a good wide shoulder. Yes, sir, we are. Richie, there was a road that we were on yesterday, man, where there was 4 lanes of traffic, 2 lanes going each way, right? And no shoulder at all, no sidewalk. And that was one of the most horrifying roads I have been on to date. So this that we have right now is like a blessing to me. I will take it. They're actually son and dad. Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay, that was horrible. That was like, I couldn't even read chat. I had to stare ahead the entire time, ready to jump off the side of the road. That was not a good one. But we made it through that, and we're happy now. I always like to say, man, stay positive and keep your eyes forward. So I am watching out for that Pennsylvania border, and that's basically the only thing on my mind right now. Well, that and obviously the next Subway location. Got to get food to eat. I think with my stomach. Unfortunately, Davey, I didn't have the time to check it out, so I don't know that if it did work. But maybe someone else was able to look at it. Interesting, Gustav. Okay. I was able to wake up this morning though, guys, and have one of my favorite sandwiches, the chicken bacon ranch melt, because we ordered that yesterday. And I gotta tell you, having a fresh, or at least a semi-fresh chicken bacon ranch melt over some of the sandwiches we've had in the past couple of weeks here, amazing, great feeling. Good morning, Malone Ranger, how's it going? Who's dessert favorite actor? Robert Brownie Jr. Love it. No worries, I put a British comedy thing into very funny. Cool, Davey, I'll check it out. How far is the next Subway? JKB, it was about 12 miles from where we started. We've probably put in maybe 1.5 miles. So we still probably got about 3 hours left before we hit the next Subway. Good morning, man. And this one's gonna be an interesting one. It is apparently right on the side of I-90. It's like a rest stop Subway that has kind of a walking roadway or a walking path that leads to it, so we can still access it. But for the first time, we are gonna be on the side of a major interstate, which is gonna be weird. I like that some drivers take a wide swing and some don't. What I find, BS, right, is most drivers will take a wide swing unless there's traffic coming in the other direction. Then they can't because there's oncoming cars. So usually when they don't, it's because of that. Or they're just meanies. Whatever happens, you know? Wonder if Griff will grace us with his presence today. We'll see, man. Making some, I don't know, interesting comments at the end of the day yesterday. Ever use a sandwich as a pillow so it's warm and toasted when you wake up? No, because I'm afraid I'll squish it, and if there's like dressing in there, I'm afraid I'll wake up with a face full of dressing. This does not sound pleasant, Flip. I use this wonderful hiking backpack here as my pillow. I just take all the gear and tools out of the front of it, and then sleep on just the clothes. And then I'll usually throw like my sweatshirt on over it just so that I don't roll over on a clip or something like that sticking out. The only interesting, well, I've had a couple interesting wake-ups. I think just like two. There was the one with the Tibetan Mastiff, that was interesting. And then also there was one on a day that I did not stream or could not stream because I was out of power, where I woke up in the town of Morrisville, and I had slept right beside a creek. And when I woke up, there was water in my tent, which wasn't great. Got everything wet. It did rain that night, but I guess because the grass was so high where I was sleeping, it pushed my footprint and tarp up, so it kind of just like pushed all the water down into my tent, which wasn't great. But then when I got outside of the tent to try to dry myself off, I saw that my entire fly and everything I owned was covered in river snails. So that was an interesting wake up. I didn't like that one too much. So it took me a while to get all those things off, and then I started walking again. But luckily, that was the day that I ended up at my friend's house. So I had a place to dry off and get cleaned up, which was nice. Yeah, okay, so one thing I will tell you guys that I found about New York State is that there are more slugs and river snails in New York State than I have seen anywhere else in my entire life. And every morning when you wake up, there's like a morning dew that sticks to the flag of your tent, and every morning there's slugs or snails sucking on it. That's gotta be the most rated G response ever. Lol. Do you know this route is South Shore Country Park, intersection called Camp Road. Cool, baby, I'll keep an eye out. Good morning, bulldozers. How's it going, bud? We got a beautiful day out here in front of us, and I'm hoping to get some good miles in, make it really count, you know? Get in there. Good over by Chicago. Nice, man. You should pick up a small throw pillow at Dollar General or Walmart, as that would be lightweight to carry. It would be lightweight. Unfortunately, BS though, it takes up a good amount of space, and you got to think about space as much as weight on this rig. I only have so many bungee cords, and we can only tie so many things to the side, you know. Which is unfortunately why I had to make a really hard decision this morning, by the way, guys. And I had to throw away the sandwich costume, single tier, because it just would have taken up too much space otherwise. You actually already passed South Shore and Camp Road. Oh, cool. Right. Otherwise, I'd love to have a pillow, man. Sometimes the sleeping bag is not the most, the hiking backpack is not the most comfortable pillow. It's just really thick. You gotta kind of like pull your neck forward to use it. F in the chat for the costume. Sorry, Cat and Howdy. I really wanted to keep it, but it just didn't make sense. Like I said, single tier. Alright, everyone, prepare for the rumble strip. Actually, I hope the GoPro did a pretty good job of controlling that. It's on the live route. Oh, maybe there's a little delay, Davey. There might be. a pillowcase can go a long way. Then you can use clothing you already have. Also, line jacket can be turned inside out, or there are inflatable pillows too. You're actually right, Bulldozers. Like a pillowcase would be a pretty good idea, just to be able to stuff with like clothes. I mean, half the time I'm using this the sweatshirt as a pillow anyway to cover up my my backpack. So that's not a bad idea. Plus, you can use it as like a laundry bag, or when I was a kid, you could use it as a Halloween knapsack or something. So that's a pretty good idea. Rip Sandwich Costume, may you forever live on in Twitter and Discord and Instagram. Hashtag never forgotten. Good morning, Pookie. How's it going? It's back about 2 intersections from where he is, and South Shore isn't really a park, it's just a golf store. Gotcha. Your favorite Great Lake? Wow, I mean, got to probably Erie. Erie's a really cool one. But it's also the one I'm closest to, so I'm biased there. Geographically closest to. But it feeds Niagara Falls, which is really cool. And it just has a lot of cool stories. And it's the only one I've ever been to. But I hear great things about Lake Superior. I had katsu curry with jasmine rice yesterday. That sounds delicious, Davey. I had a meatball sub, followed by a chicken bacon ranch melt sub, and 2 chocolate chip cookies to treat myself. That's true, they all are great, Danger Tater. It's literally in the name. Lipster, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. No, Ziggy, I've never been to Chicago. I've been to Cleveland. And we're gonna go through Cleveland again, but I've never been to Chicago. Unfortunately. Ziggy, there's so much of this world, man, that I haven't been to that I still want to see, and that I plan on seeing. Chicago is one of them places. I also like to make my way up to like Detroit and the Grand Rapids area in Michigan. I hear good things. So I'd like to see multiple sides of the lakes. One thing I will say when you eat a Subway, it's very filling, right, Davey? Yeah. It's very satisfactory. And good morning, ABC. How's it going? Chicago is the closest cheap international flights hub to me. Well, there you go. That's a good reason to go. I got Logan Airport right by me though, Ziggy, so that's where I go every time. Next year, do the other side of America. Maybe, Monique, we'll see. Who knows what the future has in store? Seattle, Washington to Miami. Robot Coffee Shop, I think if I was to do that walk, right, at that point, I think I'd have to go all the way, and I'd have to go from Miami, go from like all the way southeast to all the way northwest, and probably do a place in Alaska. Just because, like, I'm already so close, you know? Might as well finish it off. Oh, I do Demon Days. Chicago deep dish, delicious. Although I will say I probably have not had the most authentic experience with it. I think the most authentic experience I've had is like Uno's, which probably not the best representation, but still delicious. I think you should do north-south. Has anyone else done all 4 compass points? I don't know, man. I mean, I probably will, right, Gecko? Because it's on the bucket list to do the. I want to do all of the 3 Kings trails, which are you know, the Pacific Crest, the Continental Divide, and the Appalachian Mountain. So that would be the full north to south, I think. Start in Key West. You're right, Malone Ranger. Do it all the way. Maybe your thing could be the most trips across America, east to west, west to east, northernmost to southernmost. Let me tell you, T, that sounds like a hell of a thing to have. Chicago deep dish is the best. You're only 26, so you have plenty of time. That's true, ABC, but you know, you never know what the future has in store. I don't want to wake up tomorrow and, like, I don't know, not have use of my legs or something like that, and all of a sudden not to be able to do the things I'd want to do anymore. So I kind of try to do them now when I know I can, if that makes sense. Deep dish is a casserole. Hot take, Demon Days, hot take. Hear me out. Maybe Demon Days. Deep dish pizza is a lasagna. Just a place a year to visit. Yep. That's a good way to do it, ABC. That's a really good way to do it. Use your vacation time wisely and visit one new place every year. Not this again. Lol. I'm just saying, think about it, Captain Howdy. What makes a lasagna a lasagna? Carbs, tomato sauce, cheese. Do not ruin any more food. Lol. Garfield likes casserole too. Yeah. Just keep walking back and forth from Boston to Cali. See how many laps you can do in 20 years. Oh my goodness. What a way to spend a life, huh, Gecko? When I eat deep dish pizza, I feel like a glutton. That's how I like to feel, though, Ziggy. That's why I used to. That's why I used to do the eating contest. Yeah, no worries at all, Nicio. But a pizza only one layer of those things, and lasagna is multiple. Well, I guess. Subway lasagna when, lol. It's also made with pasta, not bread, and no, pasta and bread are not the same thing, so don't even start. I don't know, man. What's the difference between pasta and bread? It's all just flour, right? Lol. No, I won't go there, Captain Howdy. Not today. I will say this is not even an argument. I'm not nearly as passionate about this one as I am about hot dogs being tacos and cereals being soup. Those are my 2 hot button food topics. Pasta is just small chunks of very dry bread. Uh-oh. Hey, good morning, Kyle. How's it going? Pasta is just wet bread. It's only wet after you wet it. It's like boiled bread. Stuffing is wet bread from a turkey butt. Exactly, yeah. But stuffing is actually just wet bread from a turkey butt. Seasoned wet bread from a turkey butt. But still wet bread from a turkey butt. Lol. Pasta is flour, water, maybe eggs. Bread has yeast in it. Quick breads use baking powder. Yeah, I guess you're right. The yeast makes the difference, right? You have an idea for the new trip, Davey? Let's hear it. What do you got, man? I'm open to ideas. Now I wonder what would happen if you just baked pasta, though. I think you'd definitely need the yeast, because the yeast is what activates the flour and the dough to make it rise. So if you just baked pasta, it would just harden more, I guess, until it broke. Get some really dense bread. Wait, crackers? I don't think you get crackers when you bake pasta. I'm not sure that math checks out. Pasta is just crackers. We've solved it. Lol. I'm not sure I agree with the logic there, but I guess give it a try, Captain Howdy, and let me know how it goes. And you know, don't burn the house down or anything. It's not as big as this, but it will mean something to you. Okay, Davey, what do we got? I'm really interested now. I love a trip with meaning. I boil my pasta dough down to its essential oils and vapor. That's how I consume pasta. Well, there you go, finger painting. That's a method. Bake the pasta dough, roll it thin, and you'll have crackers. Not good ones, but you will have crackers. All right, well, there you go. Maybe they are closer than I thought. Does it though, Flip? It sounds like, it just sounds like inhaling pasta water. I don't know how delicious that sounds. Whoa. Hey, maybe it is better than I think. I don't know. I'm no pasta expert. I'm Irish, not Italian. Yeah. EUFF. That's what I'm saying, BS. No interest in inhaling pasta water. Also, why is spaghetti so popular when it's so awkward to eat? I think spaghetti holds pasta sauce a lot better than a lot of other pastas do. That's why I like it. Even though it is a little awkward to eat, you gotta do the whole wrap and tangle thing. It just holds the pasta sauce well. Walk for Killarney, Ireland to Letterkenny in Ireland. Oh yeah, that'd be fun, Davey. Like I said, I've always wanted to go to Ireland. Sean, that all starts with flour and water. It's the other stuff you add to it. That's true. All the same base, right? It's the accoutrements that make the difference. The accoutrements. Nice. But hear me out, Davey. What if I was to go to Ireland, right? And what if in Ireland I was to do like the world's longest pub crawl or something like that, right? And I just go and I have one beer at a pub throughout Ireland, and you just go through the whole country. Obviously, you never have more than like 2 or 3 a day because you don't want to get wasted or intoxicated or anything like that. But that sounds like a fun time too. I really would like to see Land's End to John O'Groats. I don't know where any of those places are or what they are, Ziggy, but that cool. I'm in. Learn how to thrill the spaghetti around your fork. Why is it that every stream I go in, people are talking food? Super Stormy, just so you know what we're doing here. We are currently walking across the continental United States of America from Boston, Massachusetts to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. The whole trip is going to cover over 3,044 miles, take us anywhere from 5 to 6 months to complete. And the catch, why we're talking about food, is because I am doing the entire walk eating nothing but food that I could buy at a Subway restaurant chain. All in partnership with a great charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is an awesome organization that takes kids and adolescents from underprivileged communities out on adventures in the wilderness and nature. Thanks for the info, T. Never mind, somebody ruined it. and you literally have to crawl. I don't know what that. Did you get your supplies from this morning? Me too. Yeah, I went to Walmart and I just grabbed some water. UK south to north. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Super Stormy. Sorry to hear that. Watch a video of a guy hiking that recently looks amazing. That's cool. Text neck syndrome. No, I'm not. I have my setup going here. I'm basically pushing a baby stroller across the country with me that's carrying all my hiking gear in it, tent and sleeping bag. And I have the GoPro mounted to that and my camera, my phone, so that I can read text and chat mounted to it as well, so I don't have to like bend over or look down the entire time. Whew. Hey Leo Faustito, how's it going? So walk the Republic of Ireland in Northern Ireland, can't eat nothing but pub food and Guinness. Lol. I'm sure you definitely meet a lot of fun people that way, Davey. You definitely meet a lot of fun people on that trip. Yeah, it's a pretty good setup. But that is something you do have to worry about, Super Stormy. For sure, there's a lot of things you gotta worry about when planning this trip, and that is one of them. Hey Finster, how's it going? Sorry guys, I just had a pretty long line of traffic right here. I've been trying to keep an eye on just to make sure no one swerves or does anything crazy. Cheeky. Yeah. But I'm thinking what I should do is when we make it to the subway today, I should probably take a look ahead and figure out where it is we're gonna end stream today so that I can get a better idea of where I'm going to be spending the night, rather than what we did yesterday where I had to frantically find a spot to sleep at the end of the day. I guess it wasn't too bad. We started looking about 5 miles before we found where we were going. Bulldozers, thank you very much for the 300 bits. That is awesome of you. Oh boy, ready? Morning, Subway Sean. Made it to Santa Monica, California. Was thinking of I and your trip walking. I give you so much respect. Driving was hard enough for me, so good luck, my friend. I'll be back on regular schedule tomorrow, so be safe and talk with you soon. Not guilty, man. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm glad you made it safe. It is awesome seeing you, and I appreciate the well wishes. We will see you tomorrow, man. Hey Finster, hope you have a nice day. Greets from Germany. Well, thank you very much from Germany. I appreciate it. Mingatu, let me say this. I don't think there exists a single food that I will not try, and I will probably not be able to keep down and eat. But I obviously have my preferences over other things. But I will eat just about anything. Bit hype, love it. Good morning, Foxy Grandpa. How's it going, bud? One of my favorite things to do in the world, Mangatu, is just try new things, do new things, experience new things, you know? So I keep my palate very open. Do all the states have Subway? Yep, Super Stormy, every single one of them does. We're going through 13 different states. We've already been through Massachusetts. We're currently in New York. We will hit Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, just a little bit of New Mexico and Utah, through Arizona, a little bit of Nevada, and into California. However, there is one 196-mile stretch in between Kansas and Colorado where there are no Subway locations, and since we're averaging about 20 miles a day, that's all about 10 days where we won't be able to get food. I'm in Australia, I wouldn't know. No worries, man. They're all there. I love the question, Super Stormy, no worries. So you would eat that weird stuff from Fear Factor? Yeah, probably, Gecko Jeeper. I've been told my entire life that if I was like, I would have killed it on Fear Factor. That I would be an awesome partner to have, because I would volunteer to do all that weird, gross eating stuff. And I also tend to not like, have a whole lot of fear when it comes to doing stuff. Like I said, I just value experience too much. Can you take Subway with you for eating later those days, or you have to starve? No, I can take Subway with me. So we've already had a couple of like 60-mile stretches or 3 days where I've had to order enough at the Subway before I left for that stretch to cover those 3 days, because I eat 2 to 3 subs a day. In those really long stretches though, the subs probably will not hold. So my family is currently dehydrating and vacuum sealing subs and sub ingredients. So when I'm in those areas, I can make my own sandwiches using still only Subway materials. Ziggy, no, probably not. Probably not. Maybe we'll get some Kansas viewers who can drive out and drop off some Subway for you on that stretch. Hey man, I'd appreciate that. That would be awesome. Uber Eats delivers me Subway. Yeah, I could do that as well, Super Stormy. Yep. Uber Eats is definitely on the docket. The thing about this trip though, man, is like, I try to have a plan A, plan B, plan C, and plan like D. Just in case anything goes wrong, we always have backup plans and contingencies. But so, yeah, I meant more so, man, that I would try and eat things that were like, I don't know, prepared by a chef, or try or eat things that were like, I know are safe for the human body. I'm not just gonna go around eating things I find on the side of the road, you know what I mean? But if they're considered a culinary classic or a culinary delicacy somewhere, yeah, I'll absolutely try it. Do you use the Subway app to get the bucks after you buy so much? Leo Faustito, I really should be. I downloaded it the other day, I think yesterday or the day before. So I will start using it now, but I have not been up till this point. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a reason for that one. I should have been using it the whole way. Good morning, humanity. How's it going? Those 100-year-old eggs, no way, not happening for me. Listen, if there was a scientist and an expert in the field of eggs that told me that they would be safe to eat and then there would be a delicacy, I don't know, Gecko, I might try it. But I'm not just gonna go plopping them on in my mouth if I don't have someone telling me it's safe to do it. An expert telling me it's safe to do it. Let me put it this way, Gecko, right? Do you know my main goal in life, right, is when I'm older, when I'm 80, 90 years old, right? And my body's not working quite as well as it used to. And I'm sitting in that old folks home or the retirement home or the nursing home or wherever I am. My goal in life is I want to be the coolest guy in that retirement home, in that nursing home, or in that old folks home. I want to be the coolest guy there. I want to be the guy that when everyone's sitting around reminiscing, telling stories about their life and the amazing things that they've seen and done, I want to be the coolest one with the coolest stories. And I want to be able to share, like, just like, I don't know, the coolest things that life has thrown my way. That's my goal. Have baby bird parts in them and crunch. Gross. If you ever been to like Cambodia, which I haven't, but I grew up in an area with a lot of Cambodian immigrants, they have a dish, and I forget what the name of it is, but it is fertilized chicken eggs, basically. And you do have to eat like the chicken embryo and all that. And it is crunchy. Yep. Hey Zora, doing great. How about yourself? Just another beautiful day out here walking. Need some of your viewers to come walk some with you? Sure thing, Superstorm. super stormy. If you type in !map, right, it'll bring you to a website called Real Time IRL, which is a website that tracks my position in real time, so that anyone who wants to, anyone who lives along the route and is looking for some time to kill, can find exactly where I am and can join me for sections of the walk. Absolutely, I encourage it. I would love to meet you guys. Ice up pack of Oreos. Yeah, I'll pass on eggs with birds. Goes from milk to dunk Oreos in. Lol. I've tried it. It was I would not recommend it, Gecko Jeeper. I will say that. It was not a tasty experience or a culinary masterpiece. But like I said, I'm after the experience, and I certainly got one. Guys, is it possible you nuke Rial? Interesting, Gustav. No. Is the answer to that? Interesting. At least you tried it. Gotta give you that. That's what I'm saying, Gecko. And of course, like, I don't know, it was at a friend of mine's house, and I didn't want to insult his mother or insult his mother's cooking or make her feel like, I don't know, I was rude. So once you put it in your mouth, you got to finish it. So I tried it and I finished it. That's what I'm saying to you. I have no idea. So now we're officially walking parallel to Lake Erie. Are we going to see the lake at all? Perhaps hopping on Highway 5 by Silver Creek. 20 and 5 basically meet there. Foxy Grandpa, yeah, probably. I promise that we will get some views. I don't know when it'll happen, but I do promise we will get some views of the wonderful Lake Erie. It's late to explore Earth. Yes and no, Gustav. It's late in the terms that you're probably not going to find anything new that's never been seen before, but that doesn't mean that you can't explore it, man. It's all new to you, right? Explore the ocean, that's your tea. Once you put it in your mouth, you gotta finish it. Interesting, out of context quote, interesting, words to live by. Lol. There's a beach called Sunset Bay right there, which is the best beach in Western New York. I wish you had told me that yesterday, Malone Ranger. I would have pushed it, man. We would have gone there for sleeping. Super Stormy, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. What's that building? I don't know. Let's see, that's a post office. That looks like it might have been an old shop slash business slash home. I don't know. Best in quotes because there's only like 3 beaches and one of them is closed for high toxicity. Gross. Well, I don't want to go there. There's not much of a competition. Lol. How hard was it finding a place to sleep? Last night, Foxy Grandpa, it wasn't too bad. We did have to look about 5 miles. Actually, it was only probably like 3 or 4 miles. Like 4 miles ahead to find us a park. And I did have to walk about a mile off of route. Like a mile counting there and back, by the way, not a mile there. So we added a mile to the trip, but it wasn't the end of the world. I'd rather stay like as close and as tight to the route as possible, but sometimes you got to go off a little bit. That's all you got for options. Yeah, it was a nice roof. But I will say, guys, here is something that is exciting. We are about to pass by our first Tim Hortons. So that's big news. We're officially in Tim Hortons territory. Lol. Do you enjoy coffee? I do, Foxy Grandpa. Unfortunately for me, I have a adverse reaction to caffeine. So instead of giving me energy, it like puts me to sleep. So I only have a coffee on like a nice quiet Sunday morning when I got nothing going on, you know, and I can just relax. So I don't have it too much. I had a friend of mine that lived a couple states away from me, or a state away from me, and he was like a 5-hour drive away, but he did a lot of business in the area that I lived in, so he'd come down every couple of weeks, every couple of months, you know, and every time he came down, he'd stay the weekend, and we would go to a diner, walk to a diner that wasn't too far from where I lived, and on a Sunday morning we would just sit there for like an hour and a half and have a conversation, talk about life, talk about this walk, talk about everything that was coming up for both of us, and enjoy a nice cup of coffee, man. And that is a simple pleasure that I really enjoyed. I'm more impressed you got this far without seeing one yet. There's one of the intersection at the Southgate Plaza where you went to the subway yesterday. Oh, no kidding, we just missed it, huh? Hey, Mayor of Canada, went for a walk the other day, made it about 30 kilometers, then my ankle got twisted. It's in the middle of the cornfield, so I texted my buddies to come pick me up. They asked my location, not to pick me up, but to loot the body after I died. Well, those aren't great friends. But also sorry to hear about the twisted ankle, man. But glad to hear you were out walking. That's all good stuff. The Mayor of Canada is here. I know. Look at the big names in chat, huh, Captain Howdy? They're doing pretty well, Malone Ranger, though. They got a line around the corner there for the drive-thru. I have those kinds of friends. Lol. Me too, we all do. The only time I went to a Tim Hortons was when I went up to Niagara Falls on the Canadian side, just so that I could say that I've been to a Tim Hortons in Canada. It was a good experience. Hey, Sean Flagstaff. Yes, sir, we are still alive, kicking and doing well, man. Doing well. How's it going? Doing good, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine saw you walking down the road and said, called me up. We live just down the road here.
No kidding.
Yeah. What's going on?
I'm currently walking across the country. I left Boston on May 1st and I'm headed to Santa Monica, California.
Wow.
Live streaming it all, and I'm doing the whole trip eating nothing but food you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain.
That's interesting.
It's a bit crazy of a trip, yeah. Trying to do about 20 to 30 miles a day and just killing it, just walking.
Wow, that's quite the the thing there.
Yeah, man.
All you're doing is eating Subway, huh?
Yep, I'm doing it in partnership with a charity I'm working with, Big City Mountaineers. It's one of those groups that takes like kids from the inner city and brings them out on adventures in the wilderness and nature. It's pretty cool.
Neat. Yeah, we're right on the corner of North Creek, which is like basically the next road from the light. So it's this light.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, but he saw you driving a white pickup truck, little white pickup truck.
Gotcha.
And he drove by you, so he called me up and he's like, "Hey man, gotta go check, you know, because we're a group of believers and we all live together.
Okay.
And share everything together.
Sure.
Like a community type thing.
Yep.
And but we're actually believers and we believe in the Bible and stuff like that too.
Gotcha. Cool.
But he's like, yeah, he looks like a nice man. You gotta go talk to him. See what. So I jumped in my vehicle and came out here to see what was going on.
Hey man, yeah, I appreciate that. No.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would invite you home, but
yeah, I appreciate it, but yeah,
you're
in the middle of the trip
thing that you're doing. But
I'll take that. Yeah.
If you ever get tired or anything, check out our website that's on here. Just a little thing about us.
Okay.
And then on the back here, we got a little website over here. Any of the communities along the way.
Perfect. Perfect, man.
Get tired, you need to take a rest or something like that.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
You just staying in tents and stuff like that?
Most of the time,
Most
yep.
of the time.
Find some public land or, yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
That's great. Yeah, but read that. We have a little website and everything in there and stuff. Who we are. We're not just here. We're all over the country. So.
Sounds good, man. Well, hey, it was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Sean.
Sean. I'm Naftali.
Nafti?
Naftali.
Naftali. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's Hebrew.
Gotcha.
My parents' name. It's in the Bible.
Oh, that's cool. What does it mean? Do you know?
It means to wrestle.
To wrestle. Interesting.
Well, if you think in a spiritual realm, it's a good thing.
Sure, yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Well, no, it was great meeting you.
yeah, it was nice meeting you.
Awesome. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay. 10 miles in 3 minutes. Nice clean. Nope. Hey, Genesis Floods, how's it going? Hey, Arc Laser, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to not say anything until we're a little bit farther away. Hey, Sean Flagstaff, how's it going? Blink twice if he's following you, lol. No, we're good. We're good. We're listen, you meet some interesting people on the road, you know? Alright, this light's about to turn green, so I'm gonna have to stop here in the middle of this roadway. Pretend that the lanes will save me. They were saying just not about adventures and experience, go to their house. That's a good point, Flip, but still no. Thankfully, my mom wasn't here for that. That was the best interaction so far. I'm glad. You'd be surprised, Gecko, that stuff happens quite frequently. I haven't had that specific thing happen, but people stopping in their cars on the side of the road to talk to you has happened a couple of times off stream so far. Usually it's good. In fact, 2 days ago, while I was walking to the hotel, a couple of guys, Van and Peter, who were really nice, stopped off in their convertible in the middle of a rainstorm, or as a rainstorm was just about to start, and were talking to me on the side of the road. That was pretty cool. But I'm glad that I got that one on stream, because that was a funny interaction. There goes this van. Lol. Where are you at? Lol, announce your location's not even kidding. Oh wait, your GPS in it anyway. Yes sir, Sean Flagstaff. You guys know exactly where I am, just in case. Desperate to know what the card he handed you said. Oh, well, here you go. Hold on. I will share his information here. Like a beehive, the radical life of Acts 2:44, where all those who believe are together and share all things in common. It's a free pamphlet, and it's got a website on the back and all that good stuff. So let's not DDoS him or give out any contact information or anything like that to you guys, but you can at least see what it was about. Well, do not go to their house. I will not be going to their house, Green Herring. Oh, never mind. That's his fan. Okay, there he goes. Only thing that would made it better was a Minnesota or Canadian accent. What was his name? Naftali? But it's Hebrew for to wrestle. Interesting. Genesis Floods and Mayor of Canada, thank you guys very much for the follows. I appreciate it. Appreciate the both of you, and welcome to the walk. Could you smell any owners emanating from this burner van? Genesis Floods? No, nothing like that. I'm sure he was just a nice guy. Yeah, I'm sure he was just a nice guy. Interesting interaction. Good morning, Kenneth 3D Prince, and good morning, Green Herring. Share all things in common. Yep. That's the goal. Bulldozers, good bedtime reading. I will probably give it a read at bedtime just to see what it's about, huh, Bulldozers? Well, it sounds like they're all beehiving themselves at least. Love it, Flip. Love that energy. Yes, T. So, I've said it before. Again, he seemed like a nice guy, guys. He did not mean me any harm or anything like that. But in case there is ever an instance when people do mean you harm, it is nice to have the camera out here, and it is nice to announce that you're live streaming, because most people don't want to commit crimes on camera. So it is a nice layer of protection. Anybody catch the website? I'm truly interested. Promise nothing nefarious. Oh boy. I won't give you the phone number or anything like that. But the website is www.12 spelt out TWELVE tribes.org. And apparently they have locations all across the country. I'm sure they're great guys. I'm sure they're nice people. It is a little interesting, he said that someone else that he lived with saw me walking down the road and suggested that he come find me and say hi. So that was an interesting interaction. But you know, it is what it is. Did you already do the costume walk? Yes, Roku. Unfortunately, yesterday we streamed for about 7 hours dressed as the Cannibal Sandwich Man. And it was a great stream and a lot of fun. I highly recommend you check out the VOD. Good morning, Rufus. It is a beautiful day out today. It's gonna be in like the mid-70s all day, not too hot, not too cold. We're gonna have a good one. My neighbor caught a couple tiny squirrels. He took them to the taxidermist. Taxidermist asked, you want them mounted? Neighbor said, nah, just shaking hands. Lol, gross. Love it. Oh, you've heard of them, Sean? That was entirely new to me. I have never heard of them before. Chat crashes their services. Everyone checks it out. Maybe they thought you were homeless, walking and honestly stopped to try to help you. That's exactly what I think it was, Gecko. That's exactly what I think it was. He probably thought I was homeless, and they were probably trying to offer me a place for like a meal and you know, all that good stuff. Like I said, he was a nice guy. It was nice. Not the best reputation though. Well, that's interesting. I'm sure that while I was there, they might also try to convert me. But I'm sure they were just trying to offer some help and aid. Nothing wrong with that. Humanity, we are not in a cult now, but we did get offered an invitation to go check out a church down the street if we were looking for food, shelter, or anything like that. So they gave us a pamphlet. We will not be checking it out, but it was nice that people stopped to try to help us out. Rufus, yeah, I tried to go to a place called the, it was either Lakeside or Lakeview Memorial Park, only to find out that that was in fact a cemetery. But luckily right across the street from that cemetery there was a park, so I was able to find somewhere nice to sleep. Will you make it to California in time for TwitchCon? Mayor of Canada, it's a big maybe, man. It's a big maybe. We're gonna make it there sometime between October 1st and November 1st. I know TwitchCon is happening in like the middle of October. So if we continue moving as fast as we have been, we probably will. But I anticipate we're gonna slow down a little bit once we hit the Rockies. So we will see. For sure, just fascinating to see what those recruitment interactions look like. Love this kind of stuff. It was an interaction, man. I mean, it was an interaction. You're exactly right, Bulldozers. That's what makes a good church, right? Is there a community that'll help people out that need it, right? Would you have pitched your tent in the cemetery is the question. No, Super Stormy. I'm not a very superstitious man, but I am a man with a lot of... I try to hold my head up high with a lot of respect, you know? And I just think it would be pretty disrespectful to tent up around like the memorial places of somebody's loved ones. I will say I actually felt bad walking through there yesterday because there were people in there that were like grieving and everything like that, and I was just walking through a cemetery dressed as a sandwich, and that felt a little strange as is. So yeah, you can only ran through a campground, not run, because it's past tense. Love it, Canada, love it. This title on YouTube, The 12 Tribes and Their Obsession with Thru Hikers, Cult on the Appalachian Trail. Okay. Interesting. Pitching a tent in the cemetery isn't a euphemism or something. Nope. Gross, Mayor of Canada. I don't like that joke as much. That one's gross. Lol. But I hear, guys, I see we got a couple of new names here. So for anyone who might be new to the channel, just so you know what we are doing, we are currently walking across the country from Boston, Massachusetts to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. The whole walk is going to cover over 3,044 miles, take us anywhere from 5 to 6 months to complete. And we're doing the whole trip eating nothing but food that you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain, all in partnership with a great charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is an organization that takes kids and adolescents from inner city and underprivileged areas and brings them out for experiences in nature and the wilderness. It's a really cool group, and I'm so happy to be partnered up with them. I wouldn't camp in a cemetery out of respect, but I love them for the peace and contemplation. Wouldn't be scary. That's exactly what I'm saying, Bold Dozers. Yeah, just like out of respect for the people that go there to mourn and all that good stuff, you know? Econdera and Darksit, thank you guys. Darkist, sorry. Econdera and Darkist, thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate it. Appreciate the both of you. And welcome to the walk. Did you take a moment to apply for Twitch partner? I did last night, Humanity. Yep. I got an email back letting me know that they would let me know within 2 weeks. So we will see. Our cruise ship passes by a remote island, and all the passengers see a bearded man with an eye patch running around and waving his arms wildly. Captain, one passenger asks, "Who is that man over there?" I have no idea, the captain says, but he goes nuts every year when we pass him. Lol. I actually really like that one. Oh, funny. Dark humor, but funny. I like that one a lot. That's John with an eye patch. You know, it could be. Gecko, that's me after attempting the next challenge of to cross the Pacific Ocean in nothing but a rowboat. Awesome stuff, don't stress. If they say, I know the first time it's common for take a few tries if you have the numbers. Awesome, Flip. Nah, I won't stress out, man. Like I said, I'm not even entirely sure what having partner offers you. I know you get a new little badge and maybe a couple more emotes. You also get instant emote uploads, so when you upload them, you don't have to go through the approval process, which could be cool. But I think that's it, right? Which bear is the most condescending? A pan, duh. I thought you were getting an inflatable hamster ball and walking across the ocean. Gecko, I told you the story about the guy that tried to do that like 3 different times from Florida to New York. And all 3 times he ended up having to get saved by the Coast Guard. I wonder if those glass coffins will become popular or remains to be seen. Don't you also get a gift box from Twitch when you become partner? That'd be cool, Foxy Grandpa. I didn't know that happens. But that'd be worth it in and of itself. I love little knickknacks. There were these 3 guys who crossed the ocean in blow-up swimming pool things. That's pretty funny. Hope they were safe. That was a random one-time thing. Oops, lol. Hope your journey is going well. Hey, GC, it absolutely is. Yeah, we're having a great time. We made it to the greater Buffalo area yesterday, and now we are working our way down southwest across Erie to get to Pennsylvania. What did the drummer call his twin daughters? And a 1 and a 2. Love it. Also, I saw you guys were typing like madmen when that guy was talking to me, and I feel like I should probably go back up and read some of those messages, but I also feel like most of them just said, "Get away, run." What am I in a wheelchair who run out of energy before you? I don't know, man, Superstorm. We go for a while here. You've basically walked the width of New York. Yeah, I know, Foxy Grandpa, yeah. We're doing good, man. We're gonna have New York done in about, it took us 1 week exactly to do Massachusetts, right? We're gonna have New York done in about 3 weeks, which is pretty good. What can one drummer say that guarantees he's gonna get kicked out of the band? Hey, let's do one of my songs. Shout out to poor Ringo Starr. What did the Hispanic fireman name his twin boys? Jose and Jose B. Most of us said either cult or run. Yep, yeah, that's I got that impression, Sean Flagstaff. Hello. A horse walks up to the bar. Bartender says, "Why the long face? Love it, Rankin." Guys, I gotta tell you, I'm loving this dad joke energy. It is awesome. I try to get the song "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" out of my head, but it's always a whim away, a whim away, a whim away. What's the difference between a seal and a sea lion? An ion. It's true. You managed to stick to the Subway only diet, or have you had to put on a disguise to buy tacos at a gas station at 4 a.m.? Nope, GC. We've had nothing but food that you can buy at a Subway restaurant for the past 3 weeks. A little over 3 weeks now. Since May 1st. We are sticking to it, and we will stick to it all the way through. Who is Penguin's favorite relative? Antarctica? So hungry I could eat sushi from a gas station. I don't know if I've ever been that hungry in my life, Mayor of Canada. Yeah, some of them do, Super Stormy, and we have had pizza at Subway. Unfortunately though, right, so we have to, a lot of these Subways are pretty far apart, and we have to plan accordingly, you know, buy enough subs to get us to the next one. So one problem we've been running into is we always have one extra spare for like a just in case scenario if we have to rest for a little bit longer or we didn't get as far as we thought we were going to. So when we go to these Subways, we order fresh subs, but we aren't able to eat the fresh subs because we have to eat the one sub we have remaining. So even if they have pizza a lot of times, we don't end up ordering it because we still have food that we have to eat from the last Subway we went to, if that makes sense. What's Penguin's favorite garden tool? His weed whacker, 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 whacker. Did you hear about the two criminals who stole a calendar? They each got 6 months. Lol. No, Sean Flagstaff, I love it. I need this energy. Was waiting so I didn't have to ask the dumb question, but I've only seen that white thing on the screen now. Nothing else. What is it? Genesis Flood. So we are currently pushing all of our gear in a baby stroller. That white thing right here at the bottom of the screen is a dry bag that is covering my hiking backpack in the baby stroller, and beneath that is my tent and sleeping bag. So it's just part of our baby stroller. Yeah. Yep. You can also have them put your toppings in a container. That's true, Super Stormy, and we have. We've done ranch dressing on the side before, which is good because if you put dressing on these sandwiches and then try to hold on to them for 2 days, it's going to get the wrap they come in soaking wet, and none of it's going to be good. No worries, Genesis. Yes, his name is Mr. Wilson, named after Wilson from Castaway. Since when I am not online streaming, he is the only thing I have to talk to. Mickey Mouse is divorcing Minnie. Reports are Mickey is accusing Minnie of being mentally imbalanced. Mickey refutes that, saying, "I didn't say she was crazy. I said she was effing goofy." Love it, Mayor of Canada. I heard that one before, by the way. My mom eats roast beef sandwiches from Subway. I tried to get the roast beef one time, and the one time I tried to get it, they didn't have it. Wilson! Wilson! Mr. Wilson is great, but he and I have had our fights here and there. He does not like it when you try to take him off-roading, and he gets very petty. And he'll start throwing his front wheel sideways, and it's not a good time. Hey, Fatalog, how's it going? Have you had to start a campfire yet? Not yet, humanity, nope. And I don't think that we will, just because we don't really have any reason to start a campfire. I don't know. The downside to starting a campfire ride is that it makes all of your clothes smell like smoke, and we only get to wash our clothes every once in a while, so it ain't great. Are you going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland? That's a good question, Fatalog. I don't know yet. I have been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland the one time I went there before, and it was an awesome time, but I know that they don't allow filming inside, so I wouldn't be able to take you guys in. So I don't know if it's worth going again. Rescue Dossers, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. I don't think they have it in the USA anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Some of them still offer it, but not all of them. Did you hear about the cheese factory in France that exploded last week? No one was hurt, but debris was everywhere. Love it. That was a great one. V8 getting angry. Oh, it does every once in a while, Davey. Right now, Mr. Wilson's doing great. He's holding up just fine. The smoke smell is a plus side, though. Oh, I don't know about that, Danger Tater. I like smoked meats, and I like a smoke ES kind of smell, but campfire smoke is a whole new thing, whole different thing. Plus, fire might draw attention. People can see 5 to 20 miles away, depending on brightness. That's also true. And I like to stay a little bit more, I don't know, secluded. That way I know I'm not bothering anyone, and no one is bothering us. I'm just checking the, yeah, we still got a whiles to go. That's okay. Whew. Can feel the sun really beating down on us today, though. I've had to turn my hat around to protect the back of my neck. But now I'm afraid I might look too cool for school. And that could be a problem for us. Y'all vibing? Hey, Blue Pill, how's it going? We are absolutely vibing here on the side of Route 20, just south of Buffalo, New York. Jaguar cars in the USA? Yeah, actually, every once in a while. Not too often. Most people here just have nice, convenient cars that they can use to commute into and out of work, you know? But my neighbor, growing up, where I lived, had an uncle that was had a Jaguar dealership, and he used to come up and visit every once in a while with his Jaguar. That was a pretty cool car. All hash me 981. Thank you very much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Signs. I don't know what river is this. This is a huge. Pennsylvania, the shortest distance you'll walk across the state. Suggesting it'll feel like a sprint, though. No, GC, but it's awesome. And trust me, after how long New York has been, I could use a really short state. Every state line you come across on this trip is like a giant pick-me-up. It's like a victory to celebrate, you know? So having two in like a short succession after this one really long one is going to be really nice. Jaguar tends to struggle like in Europe against the German brands. Gotcha. It's called 18 Mile Creek. This is called a creek? That thing was huge. Wonders if Naftali is now following the chat. Hey, maybe Gecko. Like I said, he was a nice enough guy. I did not feel threatened or anything like that, but I don't think that I'm interested in joining his organization, unfortunately. Hey, good morning, Beat Tracker. How's it going? People that always don't seem to understand the difference between creeks and rivers. No kidding. At least not in New York. It's very different in Mass, I swear to you. A creek is a creek and a river is a river. First off, Creek, it's not a creek, it's a crick. Have you had breakfast yet? Yep, humanity. I had some, I had a chicken bacon ranch melt this morning before I left the tent. I gotta tell you guys, that tent site, that camping site I was in, aside from the trains rolling by, it was super comfortable. And I actually had a pretty hard time getting out of the sleeping bag this morning. So I was a little bit late to start, but it was nice. Nice guys get people to join cults, being jerks don't seem to get them any followers. You know what, you're right, T, that's true. They always used to say a gentleman drives a Rolls and a rascal drives a Jaguar. Quite rural. Saw a picture of your dog, yeah. And people out east don't know how to spell lol. I know, I think the crick is a southern thing, right? And an out east thing. Good morning, Aaron. How's it going? Oh man, uphills. We love them. They're great. Just facilitating training classes. Oh man, how's that going? That sounds like a fun time. What do you think, Aaron? Trading up the best and the brightest the future has to offer? Coming our way? Pittsburgh, I remember being on holiday in Cumbria, and you hear nothing that's quite peaceful. I love an area like that, Davey. Somewhere where it's just you and your thoughts, you know, and nothing to disturb them. Viva Blooming, this is currently New York State. We are on US 20, but hopefully we will be in Pennsylvania in the next couple of days here on our walk across the country. I wish I was retired so I could stay with me all day. Whew. I appreciate that, Aaron. All right, guys, needed a drink of water here. And we all know that T's music is old-timey sailing shanties and Irish drinking songs. Right, T? The year-round fireworks are pretty sweet too. Whoa. Good morning, Maniacal. How's it going? I've become a color commentator. Oh, I feel that, man. But you know what that means? That means that you've been there so long, you really know your stuff. You really know what's going on, and you become an expert. And there's not many people that in their lives get to become an expert on something. Great tasty. Sean, I was actually making that reference. So I don't normally listen to music when I'm off stream because I try to conserve as much power as possible. But the other day I was walking towards a motel where I was going to be charging up. So I was like, okay, I can afford to listen to some music, waste a little bit of this power. And so I walked for miles just listening to old-timey sea shanties and Irish drinking music on a playlist in Spotify. And I was just vibing. More sunscreen for the neck. No kidding, Superstorm. Yeah. We already put some on this morning. I don't think we have to reply just yet, but we will soon. I know the Wellerman comes, sinks the boat, then he drinks his rum. Hello. Shart in the dark. Hello, how's it going? Funny name. Over 30 years, and you are definitely an expert then, Aaron. Aren't Westlife from Ireland? I don't know, Davey. Maybe. But yeah, Lever, Johnny, Wellerman, all the classics. Of course, Drunken Sailor was played a couple of times. Good stuff. Super can't wait to have my own little chunk of space so I can be a fire having person. It's so nice. The only problem with being a fire having person means that you also got to be a wood gathering person. And wood gathering takes some time. Let Mark know you refer to his death metal music as Irish sea shanty music. Lol. Hey, you know, death metal's great too. Death metal's great too. In the woods, there's always limbs and branches that have crashed down. That's true. I spent a summer one year, working for somebody that had taken a couple of trees down in their yard. And by a couple of trees, I mean like 15 trees down in their yard. And they had a wood stove that they used to like heat their house in the winter and all that. So they stockpile all that wood. So for the whole summer, all I was doing was using, they didn't even have a chainsaw, so I had to do everything with hand tools, which is crazy. But I spent the whole time cutting up these trees into little sections, splitting the sections with an axe or a sledgehammer and like 3 or 4 chisels that I had. Splitting them up into small enough pieces that I could burn them in the wood stove and they'd be burnable. And I literally spent weeks doing that. And it was a great family and I loved helping them out. But man, was that tough work. Hey Brian, how's it going? Watched the interview the other day, very fascinating. I remember when I say you training in Malden, but didn't watch because I used to live in Malden during college. No kidding, Chart. Well, welcome in from the Artman interview, man. That was a really fun time and I'm glad you found us through that. But yeah, we train in a lot of places all over Massachusetts because that is where I'm from. Toxic Blades. This guy really walking across the country. How's his legs not giving up yet? Also, how are you sleeping accommodations? Is there anything specific that you are doing? This? Toxic Blades. Yes, I'm really walking across the country. Have been since May 1st. This is the 25th day, I believe. My legs are doing good. We walk somewhere around 20 to 30 miles a day. 30 being the most we've ever done, and I think the least we've ever done in one day was like 16. But we're averaging like 24 right now. Most of the time I tent on the side of the road. That's how I sleep. Of the 24 nights that I have been out here, 3 of them have been spent in a hotel, 3 of them have been spent with family or friends along the road, and every other night has been spent in a tent. You have to find public land and sleep 150 feet away from an active roadway, and those are the only laws that you really have to follow, that and like certain fire codes and all that other good stuff. And you can do that, and it's called dispersed camping. Do you live in a hot part of the USA or cold, or both? Definitely a cold, Davey. The wood gathering should just come about as a typical land upkeep, though, right? Can't have 5 acres of trees and not just be busy gathering the blowout. Yeah, you're right, Maniacal. It does. It comes pretty easy if you're not doing what I was doing, which was literally like land clearing. Nice, but it's not going for next time. You also have to follow the law of the bear. You're very right, Danger Tater. And all the law of the bear says is if there is a bear, stay away from bear. But luckily now we're in a place that's just, it's a little bit too urban for bears, or suburban for bears, rather. The interaction earlier, he was wondering, has there been any night where you felt unsafe? I'd be super worried about, like, getting looted or whatever. Nope. Most nights I've been able to find pretty secluded spots. I've been in an area where like no one knew I was there. On public land, perfectly safe, felt perfectly good. The one scary interaction I had was there was one time I was in a town around Cooperstown where I was woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning by a giant Tibetan Mastiff because apparently I was sleeping near a mechanic shop, and a mechanic had come in early to start opening up the shop. He let his dog out into the woods to use the bathroom and everything like that, and the dog found me and was scared by the tent because he'd never seen one before, and like barked and ran around it. So that was pretty scary, but that's about it. Okay, I got scared for a minute about camping next to a roadway. I'd be afraid of getting hit by an idiot. No, you have to stay at least 150 feet away from a roadway, so cars are not a problem. Plus, I like to stay in trees so that I'm a little bit hidden and secluded. The reason I like to stay hidden is because I'm worried about people if they see the baby stroller I'm pushing or any of the gear I have, that they might come in and try to steal it. Do you carry any protection that's for pepper spray, etc. or so? I have a survival knife and a couple of equipment and tools. I am supposed to be grabbing pepper spray and bear spray. Unfortunately, they do not sell bear spray in the state of Massachusetts. It's a legal thing, so I was not able to get it before I left. But I've been looking for a place to buy it since then. Where did your walk start? Really enjoying your banter. Thanks, Ursus. My walk started right outside of the New England Aquarium on the Boston Harbor in Boston, Massachusetts. I started this walk by dipping my hand with a bag of tea in it into the Boston Harbor, i.e. the Atlantic Ocean, and we're going to walk all the way to the Santa Monica Pier, while we will dip our hand in the Pacific Ocean. Wait, one interaction happened earlier. Shot in the dark. I'm trying to be nice. There was a van that pulled over on the side of the road in front of us. A man got outside of the van and was talking to us and telling us about his church commune that apparently was right down the road, and telling us about how he had one of his commune brothers saw me walking on the side of the road, went back to the commune and told him to try to come out here and talk to me about maybe joining their initiative. So that interaction happened earlier. Thank God, yeah, it ended up being nothing. Sean Flagstaff, yep. Tibetan Mastiff ain't small, that's a 120 pounder. Yeah, he was a big boy. But as soon as I came out of the tent, he was really nice. Well, after this was the next walking across the Canada and EU. Toxic blades for right now, man. I am just focusing on getting across the states of America. We still got another bare minimum 4.5 months left before we're there. Dang, church people always wanting to get you to come in. Yeah, if anyone was interested, he gave me this pamphlet, like a beehive, good stuff. So now we have that if we ever need a place to stay, I guess. That's almost as scary as the Mastiff. No, he was a nice guy. He was definitely trying to maybe convert me to his lifestyle. I think what they thought was that I was just a homeless man, and they were trying to like be nice to me, give me a place to stay, give me a place to rest, get some food in my belly and all that good stuff. So they were trying to help me out, but in the process they were probably going to try to convert me. Good morning, Gracie. How's it going? Do you need bear spray for that bare minimum? Lol. I actually heard a rumor that Hornet spray might be the way to go because it shoots farther than bear spray does, and I like a projectile. Man, don't gotta focus on that, gotta focus on the next thing and have the motivation to keep going. Lol. No, my only focus is the meal I'm gonna have after I get to the end, man. I keep thinking about these Subway subs, and they sure are delicious and nutritious, and I don't mind using them for fuel. But when I finish this thing up, I'm gonna get myself a nice steak, mashed potatoes, and asparagus. Hopefully a little surf and turf option at a fancy restaurant in Santa Monica. That's what I'm looking forward to. That makes sense then, lol. Did you have anything in mind to hold when you touch the westmost waters, since you did the tea party in the east? My first thought would be a closed bottle of Dawn soap. Lol. No, I have not considered anything or what I'm going to hold in there. I'm just happy to get there. Where did you start the walk? Jolly Woolly Whoa. We started the walk at the New England Aquarium on Boston Harbor in Boston, Massachusetts. And we're finishing it at Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. Great Lakes look nice. Yeah. I didn't really think about the homeless look. Yeah. Snottling, I actually got told by a homeless person in Albany that he thought I was homeless too. So I guess I'm looking a little worse for wear. I don't know. Subway subs, however, what about the Subway cookies? They have been a lifesaver, Toxic Blade, man, because the subs do not have enough calories in them, actually, to fuel all the calories I'm burning on a daily basis. So supplementing with cookies is a must. Dad jokes incoming. Of all the inventions of the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable. Love it. That was a great one, Brian. That was actually a great one. High quality. Isn't Mr. Kennedy from Green Bay, Wisconsin? It depends on which Kennedy you're talking about, Davey, but if you're talking about John F. Kennedy or JFK, he was from Massachusetts. Your stream/voice is very soothing. I put your stream on the other day when I was hungover to have some background noise. I appreciate that, Foxy Grandpa. I don't think I have a very, I don't have a super deep voice, but I've been told I do have a pretty good voice for radio. Mr. Wilson, then you, I am guessing? Yes. Yep. The whole subway thing is the most perplexing thing to me. I've been to all the lower 48 states. I love the different regional foods and mom and pop restaurants. Short in the dark, me too, man. One of my favorite aspects of things to do when traveling is trying the new food in that area. But my actual favorite thing to do is meet the people in that area. So I still get to do that through the subway thing. But I'm doing the subway thing because about 49 other people have walked across the continental United States before. And I wanted to find a way that when I was finished, I could do this, raise my hands up in the air and say, I am the only person in the world that's ever done that. And this was the way to go. You need a shirt to wear. I'm not homeless, just a little crazy and walking across the U.S. Bank Z7, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you and welcome to the walk. Why are you doing this to yourself? Jolly woolly wool. When I heard about this trip in high school, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world and decided at that point that I needed to do it. So I am just fulfilling a lifelong dream. And boy, is it a tough one. But we're going to do it. Hey Leo, so we are currently walking across the continental United States of America from Boston, Massachusetts to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. A trip that covers over 3,044 miles is going to take us anywhere between 5 to 6 months. And we're doing the whole trip eating nothing but food that you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain, all in partnership with a great charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is an organization that takes kids and adolescents from inner city and underprivileged areas and brings them on adventures in the wilderness. It's really cool. Bob, aka Sean, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. That is awesome of you, and I really, really appreciate it. Better a voice for radio than a face for it. No kidding, Sean Flagstaff. Bob, aka Sean, thank you very much, man. Thank you for saying this is amazing. This is awesome. What is the phone on? The phone is on baby stroller. I'm using this baby stroller to push all of my hiking gear, tent, and sleeping bag across the country so I don't have to carry it on my back. Bulldozers, thank you very much for the 200 bits, man. I really, really appreciate it. And thank everyone in right now coming in with all this hype. That is awesome. Let's see, who did we get? Rankin GC, Jax888, Wow Pasa, Captain Interceptor, and Pont Soki. Thank you guys all for supporting, and I'm really glad that you guys got the gifted subs. That is awesome. Amazing thing to do. Big cheers and good luck from the UK. Thanks, Miz. I appreciate it. And Brian, thank you very much for the 5 gifted sub. We got another cool group of people here. Bronx Rule, Vern Wang, Erie Perry, Arithakis, and Snow Customs. Thank you guys all for coming in with the hype. Hold on, I'm trying to save my religious pamphlet here. Don't want to lose that. I bet no one else has streamed it. Good luck, man. I will throw you some support when I have a little more time. No worries, Shot in the Dark, man. I appreciate it. Ms. 2020, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. And no, I don't think any other person has streamed it. We are definitely going to be the first to stream it, and we're going to be the first one to do it, eating nothing but food you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain. In 4 to 5 months, Subway Sean takes on UK Walkathon. Lol, don't know about that one, Toxic Blades. Where do you sleep? Leo, I've been out here for 24 nights. 3 of those nights have been spent in a hotel. 3 of them have been spent staying with family and friends. And every other night, so 18 other nights, we've been tenting on the side of the road. Put the payment with the license plates. Both are keepers from the trip. Oh, you know I will, Gecko Keeper. Kyle, thank you very much for the gifted subs. And they went to Godtails and Joji. There you go, Joji. First to stream and only eating Subway while walking across the USA. That's it, Bulldozers. Let's grab as many titles as we can, right? Come back a champion. Have you met some fans? Yeah, Leo, I think I've met some people that saw me on the news. I met some people that have seen me driving by, and I have met a couple of great people from the stream. Let's see, we met Deal With It Ben at the casino, Aaron Elsner, Elsner in chat here, who was amazing. We met in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. We met Barb from the chat when we were in Millers Falls, Massachusetts. We have met a ton of great people from chat. Gotta get that hype train. That hype train has been going, man. We're at level 4 here. And Leo HR18, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. And welcome to the walk. Toxic Blades, let me tell you, man, it is not me that you gotta convince. If I could make a living and live my entire life one adventure after the next, man, I would absolutely do it. But we gotta get the money to do it, and we gotta get the girlfriend on board to join us. But I am so down to adventure. Yeah, BS, how's it going? Hey, Not Foggy Miner, good morning, man. How's it going? Bulldozers, man, thank you very much for the 2 gifted subs. That is awesome of you. And it went to Rufus and Reclaser. Reclaser, we just met today. Rufus has been around for a while. Love you, Rufus. I know at some point you will visit the Republic of Ireland. At some point I'm going to get everywhere, Davey. Trust me. Miller's Falls, yeah? Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, Not Foggy Miner, man. We are killing it. We are hopefully, what day is it today? Today is Wednesday, right? Wednesday. So hopefully sometime this weekend we will be crossing on over into the state of Pennsylvania. And that's what I am hoping for. Do you have like a flag or a t-shirt crossing the USA? I do have a giant, I'm not wearing it right now, Leo, because unfortunately I had to do the wash a couple of days ago. But I do have a t-shirt that has my Twitter handle on it and my logo, the Subway Sean logo. I also have business cards that I've been hanging out along the way that have all my information on it. But I have been talking to people as I meet them, letting them know what I'm doing. It is Wednesday. I should have done something like this during my first marriage. Taking off for 6 months would have been nice. Little Genesis. If he was walking across Israel or the Netherlands, the walk would be already complete. Yeah. Through a lot of places, Bulldozer. We've already done well over 500 miles now. Well, at least he has some home to join if he can't make it. Lol. Oh, but we're gonna make it, Super Swanee. There's no way we don't make it. Hoist the flag. I used to have a Big Cities Mountaineers pennant, like a flag that I carried with me. Somewhere along the way, I lost it. I think I left it at my uncle's house back in Massachusetts. Oops. All right. Gotta check the GPS real quick, make sure we're still going the right way. We are. How far away are we now? Ah, sweet. A little less than an hour and a half now, guys. We will be at a Subway location, which will be nice. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter? An ear-elephant. So the flag made it 10 feet of the 3,110 mile journey. No, it made it at least a couple hundred miles. But not much farther than that. My bad. So what's the rules of giving up? There's only one rule, Toxic Blade, and it's that we don't give up. There is no giving up. Who were the greenest presidents in the US history? The Bushes. Lol. LLU. When was the last time you went abroad? Last time I went abroad, Davey, was, I'm not sure how abroad you can consider it, but I drove up to Niagara Falls. That was probably 3 years ago now, 2-3 years ago. So most of my travels have been within the country since then. My first wife's uterus had legs. I called her the, ooh, oh goodness. That's a name. Choo Choo. Thank you guys all so much for the hype. That was awesome. How many hours do you walk per day? It takes me about 3 hours to walk 10 miles. I try to do at least 20 miles a day. We've been averaging about 24. So we're walking probably about 7 hours a day. Seven hours a day. awesome, guys. I'm like riding the excitement high. Let's do this. All right, I can see I-90 through the woods over there. I know we got to cross over I-90 to get to the rest stop there. So we got to, it's not that much. 7 hours of walking in a day? Nah, it's not too bad. We got this. We've walked farther. That's the motivation to not giving up. Us as your chatters will support 110% of this journey, and we will be here. I appreciate it, Toxic Blades, man. How do you find Will Smith in the snowstorm? You look for fresh prints. In the past few years, I have been doing holidays in the UK. Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of traveling in the past couple of years, Davey. I mean, I've been all over this country that I'm in right now. I've been to Colorado, did a drive down to Florida and back, a drive down to Louisiana and back for Mardi Gras. Stayed in Charleston, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Gatlinburg, Nashville, Tennessee, both of those places. Went to San Diego a couple of years back, you know. So I've been doing a lot of travel around the States just to travel, but not a whole lot internationally, unfortunately. So if you ever want to give up, well, I'm sure some of us will find you and throw tomatoes at you for giving up. We won't have to do that. I promise, Toxic Blades. I have put too much time, effort, and blood, sweat, and tears now into making this thing happen. We are not giving up. Easy to say when it's not your feet walking it, lol. No, it's good. We did like, we did like 6 months of training or something like that, specifically for this walk, where we were walking 10 miles a day, 3 to 5 days a week. So we've bumped it up now. We're doing over 20 miles a day, so it's a little bit more than we were training for, but thankfully the training at least got our feet calloused enough and hard enough that we're not getting any blisters or doing any real harm. So thanks to all of our training, we're doing pretty good. Pretty good. Whew. All right, guys, I'm sorry if you've heard it a million times, but I see we might have had a couple more people join in here. So I'm going to give the spiel again, just so that everyone knows what we're doing here, in case you're new to the channel. We are currently walking across the continental United States of America from Boston, Massachusetts to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. The whole trip covers over 3,044 miles. It's going to take us 5 to 6 months to complete, and we're doing the entire trek eating nothing but food that you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain. All in partnership with a great charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is an organization that takes kids and adolescents from inner city and underprivileged communities and brings them out for adventures in nature and the wilderness. They're a really cool group, and I am really happy to be partnered up with them. And thank you for the info, T. Why don't you join? We can have a whole community of walking. I'm down, Toxic Blade. Like I say, I have that real-time IRL map going at all times, so you guys can find me. And I encourage people to come on and join in for some walks. Cool. Hey, Bert, how's it going, bud? Having a wonderful day so far, I hope. Sean won't ever give up. He's going to eat from the luxury seafood restaurant and chill in California. You know it, Davey. I've been eating more Subway this last couple of weeks of solidarity with Subway Sean. Having it for lunch today. That is awesome to hear, Bulldozers. Hold on, sorry guys. I just got to plug in the stream phone here. We should try to get them to join you. I like that, T. You reverse it on them. Play that Uno reverse card. Lol. Hey, Poker Matt, how's it going? I should join you. How about this? You join me. Also, guys, here's to hoping that the state of Pennsylvania has a little bit more shade than the state of New York has. Because the state of New York has had no trees on the side of the road, and you were just walking in direct sunlight the whole time. Really makes you feel warm on the inside and the outside and everywhere. It's hot out. It doesn't. Ah, that's good to know. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. There's nothing but open farmland. Well, even in the Erie area, could end up with a group like Forrest Gump, 5 to 10 strollers. Could you imagine just like a mass of us all with like jogging strollers filled with camping gear walking across the United States? Lol. You're walking east to west, Dopey. What is the sun's path? East to west. Yeah, I know it. I know it. But you still gotta have some like trees or something like that on the side of the highway. I guess not. Thanks to the cult, I only need Bigfoot to win the Walking with Sean bingo pool. Lol. Good luck, Echo. I got my fingers crossed for you. Sean did walk into a cult. Just hand them a sub and a cookie. You'll be fine. Yeah, Davey, no worries. Hey, Pig is Life. How is it going? It is a beautiful day out today. Disco Tacos, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you and welcome to the walk. Also, you have a fantastic name. Love that hint. Alright. Another check of the Gypsy real quick. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. I forgot the name of the road I'm supposed to be turning down. It's like Versailles something. Versailles Place Point something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Ooh. Staying hydrated. I'm waiting for the fresh skunk roadkill. Had way too many of them in Reading, Pennsylvania. Not sure about the other end of the state. Oof. You know what I don't want is that. Just remember, if you want shade, there is never shade at midday because the sun is directly overhead. Yeah, no kidding. I have definitely dealt with that so far. Un poco, Davey? Un poco. Hablo español un poco. Probably enough to survive. I could get by, I think. But that's about it. Don't ask me to hold a conversation. Which is sad because I took 3 years of it in high school. Didn't learn a whole lot. Just plain Versailles Road. Okay. That's easier than T. I can remember that. Another hot meatball today at Angolia. Maybe, Richie, actually. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. I was actually not even planning on eating at the Subway because I had one already this morning, but I could go for a meatball. Yeah. I can only order a hot dog taco. Lol. Subway Sean takes on North America. Lol. Guy, it is Toxic Blades, let me tell you. It is huge. If this trip does anything, it's going to teach me just how big the United States of America really is. Like, it's going to give me a lot of perspective here. But I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're moving pretty quick. I think we're gonna get this thing done. What are the worst things about this challenge so far? Good question. The reason that's a good question, Shard, is I'm generally a pretty upbeat, kind of optimistic, positive kind of guy. So thinking about the downsides of this so far, that's a tough one. Western Mass and Eastern New York had a ton of really big hills and mountains, and trying to push the cart up those in that random heat wave that the random couple of heat waves that we've gotten, and the heavy amount of humidity that we have in the Northeast. Those are some pretty rough days. So probably so far the worst part has been the hills. That's what I would say. Isn't it Oregon to Key West the longest journey? Yep, Toxic Blades, I think it would be. Or going up, you have to go through Canada to get to Alaska, but that'd be even longer too. Or like Baja California, the very tip of New England. Yeah. Morning, Mom. Por favor, déjame en paz. Mi caminata por los Estados Unidos. Comiendo metro, no puedo esperar por el restaurante de mariscos al final. Whew. All right, comiendo is eating at the restaurant at the end, I think, of the United States. I think I got there, Davey. I think I figured it out. What are your plans for the return to Boston trip, Joji? I'll probably spend a week or two recovering in California, if I can afford it. You know, if I can afford to get a hotel out there, and then I will fly on back. We're definitely flying back. We are not turning around and walking this thing back. Don't worry, Sean avoided joining a cult and stayed on the hard shoulder. You're right, Flip. I did. I was a big boy. We avoided the cult. Can't believe it how warm it has been for May. Usually a very nice month. You're telling me, Shart, it actually, the past couple of days, 2 days, has not been bad. But 2 days before that, man, it was almost 90 degrees with like a 70% humidity. And that was a tough day for walking. And we still put in like 27 miles. Quebec, man, to San Diego is 3,340 miles. Great, that makes it worse. Lol. Nah, Mom, the only thing you missed, there was a nice man from a church commune that apparently was informed that I was walking down the road looking like a homeless man that might be in need of some help. So he was nice enough to stop on the side of the road. Or sorry, that man went back to the commune, told this guy he was nice enough to leave his commune in the church van to come over and talk to us, hand us a pamphlet, and let us know that if we ever needed help or a place to stay, that he could offer us a place to stay there, where they live in a lifestyle where they share all their belongings and are happy together. We thanked him very much for his offer, and we kept right on walking on our adventure. That's all. Nothing too bad. Oh boy, get ready for this number. 982-749-5789. 849. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the walk. I hope so, Flip. We're just gonna keep on walking until we do. All right, I'll take that. Thanks, BS. In the news today, 19 small planes mysteriously landed in a parking lot of a local Subway restaurant. Lol. All drawn to the call of the Subway Sean phone. F. Finga, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. And I hope that you can hear me when I'm talking. You're doing well today. Hey, KJ, doing great. You're doing clear now. Awesome. You minor. Appreciate it. And welcome to the. Sorry, unfortunately, coder give us the dead. Just in. Awesome. I'll glitch back. I would like to J-Dub. Should be coming back now. I hope this is coming back a little bit. Should be coming back, huh? Say that's something. Okay, Danger Tater, I'll take that. Life. 3 bars, so I was hoping 2 mobile hotspots might be coming back too. We'll see. I'm gonna take a look in the shade here and see what we're getting for service on those puppies. All right, Badgers, I'll take that. Badgers, man, how is it going, by the way? How are we doing? Is there a, do you know if there's an audio desync or like that? Sometimes when it comes back a little messed up and we got to restart it, but we should be good. Hold on, I'm just gonna take a little break in the shade up here and we'll take a look at what we're dealing with. Good morning, Helmet. How's it going? Raining day was sorry to hear that. Wait, are we? There's no way we're back. I don't believe you, Flip. You're lying to me. You guys are all lying. I've been out here too long on my own to be back now. Lol. Check the website. There's an action on marriage. Just rambles on about how marriage can't be changed by man of his God. So I'm guessing I have to. All right, we're back. Well, we'll see. We're gonna take a left down this roadway. We're actually moving towards I-90, so hopefully service gets a little bit better, I would hope. But we will see. This is the road that leads to the subway though, so that we have to take it. Ah! They sent their best salesperson. Lol. Yeah, Helmet, I saw you were watching our experience this morning. It was a bit of a fun one, huh? Something a little bit different. I guess you experience different things as you go across the country. So I also saw you guys talking about the BRB screen again. I have to check with the tech team. I know that we did develop a BRB screen, and the option for the screen capture is now like available. It's programmed into OBS, but for some reason it is not working. We have to find out why it is not working. Am I making a right ahead? No, we are taking a left ahead. This is unfortunately a little bit of a detour, but it's the only subway on our path. Tim, the tech man, can he fix it? He absolutely can, T. We just gotta get him on it. Hey there, just joined the stream and seen some chats about a creepy van or something. Beats International, yeah, we got approached by a man that offered for us to come with him and join his church commune this morning. So that was a bit of fun. We graciously denied his offer, but it was a cool interaction. Fantastic shoulder. Lol. That's alright, at least it's not a very busy road. I'll take that. Hey, Poober. The scenery is beautiful today. I agree. It is a very beautiful one today. What for multi-million-dollar budget does this walk have? Lol, Gecko. No, my tech team is my friend Tim, who is a friend of mine from my college years, and a very close friend of mine today. And he has been helping us assemble some of these tech pieces, including putting the encoder together and programming it so that it would work on this trip. So he has been very helpful, and I referred to him as the tech team. Can we get a cult command? What would the cult command even say, T? Lol. And also, again, in case it didn't go through the other 3 times I tried to say it, F Finger, by the way, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. In your off time, do you listen to music? No, Davey, unfortunately, my off time, I don't do a whole much outside of logging my book and doing physical hard copy book Sudokus, because I'm trying to conserve energy so that we can stream as much as possible. To track cults like doggos, lol. Count the cults. No humanity right now. We are headed towards a subway location. It's a bit of a weird one. It's basically a subway location on I-90. But it's our only one for I think like 20 miles after this, so we have to do a little bit of a detour to get there, and then we'll be back. No offense, but a lot of those cults target transient people. They do. Yep, there was a Wikipedia article that someone posted here earlier about the specific group that we had an interaction with, that apparently says that they like to target hikers, through hikers, on the Appalachian Trail. Whew, is the best angle for walking slightly downhill. Best angle for walking is actually, believe it or not, slightly uphill. There's a little less impact on each step because your legs have a little less farther to travel if you're on an uphill slope. And if it's just a little one, you don't even notice it. Just watch the cult clip. What'd you think, Boober? What's the name of this group? The name is the 12 Tribes. I don't want to be on this road in the middle of the night. Me neither. But that's why we walk in the daytime, Joji. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Always fun meeting new people that stop in vans for you on the side of the road. Probably not, Rufus. I think we're gonna stay on the roads here, even though if we did just go straight ahead through the woods here, I think it would take us to where we're going anyway. But I think it would be way too much effort trying to fight to get Mr. Wilson through there. So we're gonna stick to the roads. The best clipster on Twitch, Danger Tater. Has any one of your followers created a sub yet when ordering? Not yet, Davey. I think the only one that has enough is T. They were probably drawn to you because you were shirtless and manscaped. I don't know about any of that, because those aren't, you know, whatever. What town you headed to today? I actually don't know, Badgers. Right now we are in the town of Angola, I think. Angola. I have to look at the map and see where we're headed by the end of the night tonight. Does the ranch dressing hold up well for days on the chicken bacon ranch? No, it does not. So unfortunately we can only get that sandwich every once in a while when there's multiple Subways pretty close to each other. I know the 12 Tribes from going to music events. They're pretty notorious as I understand it. I guess so. I have not heard of them before. But other people here in chat, Sean Flagstaff and other people, have heard of them before. They're kind of famous, not in a good way. Holy cow, glad you had a camera on. Yeah, it was a fun time, like I said. It's always a surprise when someone driving an unmarked windowless van stops on the side of the highway to talk to you. You never really know what's gonna happen, you know? Oh boy, that's a big truck coming at us. Jail can make your dining experience a living hell too. Yep. So did you consider the pull option versus the push option when using your carriage? I did. It just takes a little bit less energy to push than it does to pull. And it's a lot easier on your shoulder joints to push than it is to pull as well. Cough. Slogan 1408 and Victor, thank you guys very much for the follows. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Sorry, welcome to the walk. Whew. I mentioned them to my buddy. I guess they run a cafe in Hyannis, Mass. No kidding, I like Hyannis. It's beautiful, right down by the Cape. I wonder how well the teriyaki dressing would hold up. I don't hold up any dressings because they make the sandwich really moist, and that actually degrades the wrapping that they're in, and it starts to make everything dirty, Richie, unfortunately. Named after the country in Africa. I think so. How's your body holding up so far? Stiffness in the morning? Stiffness every morning, Badger. Stiffness at night. We do our stretch routine, and then stiffness again in the morning. Yep. I have met small streamers who I really liked and wanted to help them make affiliates, so I have 2 accounts. I'm going to ask friends to watch it as well to help them out. Cool. They're the ones with the crazy bus. If you've seen it, the vehicle looks cool, even if they're pretty scary. To get across I-90. No, humanity, I don't think we're going to get across it. We're just headed to the rest stop on it. So we're going to walk underneath 90 and then come back up on the other side. And then we're probably going to retrace our steps to get back to 20 to keep on walking, I think. We'll see. We'll plug in the next subway location into our GPS and it'll tell us the best way and fastest way to get there. Stiffness at night. Lol. Gross. So we are going to take this left here and then our first right. This left. Walk it down for our first right. Okay, cool. As for the sauces on the sides, you can add the sauce when you're ready to eat. Yeah, JKB, we have done that. The problem is we did that for like a 3-day adventure, a 3-day journey between Subways, and the sauces did not hold up all 3 days. You burned through your shoes yet? Got a new pair? We are on our second pair. Yep, we got them on May 16th. The first pair was supposed to last us a month, but we did all of our training on that first pair, so that it didn't last the full month. But we do have backup station when we need them. I have, as I recall, they have that in this trailer cafe thing. I think they also have a restaurant in Vermont. They gave me some food samples once. Then a friend warned me. I think the store is in Rutland, across the street from a music venue. Been to tons of concerts and fests. I love Vermont, man. I went to school in Vermont. It's an awesome time. Rutland is a really cool area, but I have not heard of the 12 Tribes before. Miles off creating subs. No worries, Davey. You'll get there, man. We will walk by Lake Erie. Yes, we will. Hey, good morning, Art Man. How's it going? Angola is across the USA. Originally started as partial, mostly slave communities. Does come from the name Angola. Ah! We're off-road. It was a term used as a struggle for freedom. Comes from Angola. Cool. What kind of sneakers are you wearing? Short in the dark. They're called Nike Epic Reacts. They're walking sneakers. They're just like any other sneaker, except they have a fiber backing instead of a plastic one on the Achilles tendon, so you don't have anything digging into the back of your leg. And they have a bit thicker of a sole, so they absorb a little bit more impact. Lake Erie equals bath. You know what? You guys are probably right. I will probably take a bath in Lake Erie if there are any swimming areas and beaches available. That's why we got a bar of soap, and it is all, thankfully, fresh water. Will he be able to walk across the Lake Erie like Jesus? I don't think so, Gecko. Given I have not tried, so I don't know if I can. But I do not think so. Handmade fish pie for tea sounds good, Davey. Free the Canadians. Was that a planned turn as you're now going east away from Angola? Yes, Richie, yep. Unfortunately, we have to make it over I-90, and then we're gonna take our first right and start heading back west, southwest to get to where we want. It's a little bit of a detour, but it's the only subway available in this area. And if we wanna get some food, which we do, we have to take this bit of a detour. What do you have for sun protection? Just, I think it's SPF either 50 or 70. Spray sunblock. And this hat to try to keep the sun out of my eyes. Yes, sir, Richie, it's all planned. It's all planned. I do wish my plan involved more of a sidewalk end or a shoulder, but you know, it is what it is. And it is all planned. Just gonna cross the street here in the middle of this bridge. Feels safe to do so. Yeah, Arclater, it is a little bit of a detour. But like I said, it's only availability for Subway for a couple of it's like a real blast, man. And I'm looking forward to getting to do it again when we make it a little bit farther. We did turn your back the right way in town with the falls. You absolutely did, Richie. No, trust me. I'm glad you asked, man, because I do get lost. It does happen. Sometimes I get too focused on reading chat. We don't look at the navigationals. Appreciate it, Art Man. Black screen back. Sean got jumped the wolf. Nah, it was probably a jiggling camera. Or a jiggling cable, rather. It happens. Sometimes you go over a bump and a cable knocks loose or something like that. Oh yeah, Art Man, one thing did happen this morning that we can talk about next time we do an interview or something like that. But I did get approached by a church commune living facility by a guy in an unmarked windowless van, offering me a place to stay and food to eat and help if I needed it. But it's right on the New York Thruway. It's literally right on I-90. Where are you now? How far from Subway? Not too far, Davey. Not too far. Got a little ways to go. We're keeping our eyes closely on you today, Sean. Lol. Appreciate it, T. Did you ever think about doing it the opposite way and ending in Boston? In like the middle of summer, you know, Tornado Valley in the middle of tornado season, and unfortunately, if you do it the other way, seasonally, you can't really get a perfect window where you miss everything. Whereas this way, we're going to be walking through Tornado Valley right after tornado season. We'll be walking through Colorado in August. And we'll be walking through the desert in Arizona in September in the fall. So this way just kind of worked out. But that being said, this way we do have to, we're walking into a headwind the entire time. Sean saying no to strangers. You know we did Fillers Green, lol. Did the guy have candy in the van? Don't know, didn't ask, didn't want to find out. He nearly got sacrificed. Bad voices. Oh, we did just get our first tick of the journey though. I just found a tick on my leg. That's good. All right, tick counter's up to 1. Good thing we stopped. Lol. How'd that thing get on me? See any Amish there in New York? Yeah, Badgers. We actually got laughed at by a group of Amish children. On the day that we blew out our tire, I was on the side of the road trying to throw on a patch kit, and while I was there, a group of Amish children passed by me in a horse and buggy and pointed and laughed at me and kept on their merry way. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, ticks are gross. Fiddler's Green 19D, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Oof. Now I get all skeezed out though, and I have to like keep checking myself. I tuned in on Armin's stream to follow your content, both Arman and yourself hood content. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, that was a really, really fun time on that stream. Like I said, I look forward to doing it again. Yeah, glad you found us. Good content, hood content, a little bit of both. I'll take it. Fiddler's Green. Chat on Discord about it. Yeah. All right. Let's see, navigationally, I think it's our first right available. We still got a little ways before we got to take it. But you take that right, and then yada yada yada. We are at least moving in a westerly direction right now, though, which is good. So maybe our detour isn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. We have the best seat in the house, right? And Mr. Wilson, man. Say hi from bro, catch you later. No worries. Thanks for stopping by, Fiddle is Green. Nice meeting you. I usually like to be on the left side of the road, not the right side. But neither side has a particularly good shoulder. And I think I want to take this curve on the outer swing, because there are big semi trucks that come on this road, I can tell. I'm listening to the sound of the birds. Love what this dude's doing. Inspirational. Thanks, Art, man. Do you have any blisters on your hands yet? Nope. Thankfully, we've been able to avoid all blisters. We've been really smart, man, and as soon as we feel one coming on, we throw moleskin on it like right away, just to make sure we don't get any. Because if there's one thing that's going to make this trip really, really miserable, it's going to be blisters. So I got to stay ahead of them. What are in the trees that still have no leaves? What are in the trees? Nothing really. They just take a while to bloom, and it's just getting to be really consistently warm enough here in the last couple of weeks in May. Imagine Lewis and Clark, Marquette, Juliet, yeah. Blisters are horrible. Make my heart happy as F. Whoa. I was thinking about that the other day though. Bulldozers, the Lewis and Clark adventure. And I was like, they kind of did this. I mean, they used their canoes and used rivers to get up and make good mileage. So it's not like they were walking the whole time across. But they were going through uncharted lands. They had no roads to help them out with. Yeah, one hell of a journey, man. Horses too, yep. This isn't so hard, so I've walked from the Mass New York border to here, and my feet don't hurt at all. Well, I didn't say that, man. My feet are hurting. They are hurting for sure. And I'm not sure I would recommend just anybody come out here and try a trip like this. But it ain't as bad as it could be, is what I guess I'm trying to say, Gecko. Good morning, Mama Lighthouse and wagons, yeah. Horses, wagons, and oxens, that's cheating, bulldozers. Nothing but sheer willpower, feet, and Mr. Wilson. That's all we're allowed. Us, Sean, not you, us walking. You're right, T, us walking. All of us, the we. And I ain't talking about the royal we. Not yet, James 31. No, not yet, but I will. I promise. Right now, we're still in a place where I'm able to find housing and places to tent up pretty well, pretty easily. But once we get into the Midwest and places like Kansas, on the other side of the Mississippi River, I think it becomes a lot harder because it is all farmland over there. So we will get to the point where we have to join up. I mean, me sitting on the couch, walking along in Wilson. Hey, it counts. The purpose of me streaming this whole thing for guys is like to share the adventure. I want you guys to see as realistically as possible what it is like to try to do something like this walking across the country. So you guys are along for the ride. We are doing this together. Many offer tent spaces as well. I know, it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm excited for it. The one thing I'm gonna feel bad about though, right, James, is a lot of people are really, really nice, and they'll offer you a place to stay, but they're also gonna like want to feed you and give you a meal and stuff, and having to turn them down is gonna be rough. But we'll do it because we're sticking to our Subway only pledge. Let me know when you join and I'll reference you up. Hey, that would be awesome, James. I will let you know. And thanks, Mama Lighthouse. Unfortunately, the I-90, a really, really busy highway, is right to our right, that we're not even allowed to walk on. But everything else is pretty natural and nice. I don't know what's going on with this mailbox thing, but it's interesting. They'll understand. I'm sure that they will. Do you think after this adventure, do you think you'll ever eat Subway again, Lowell? I do not know. Good question. We'll have to wait and see how that one goes. But I'm sure I will. It is good and it is nutritious. And it ain't bad, to be honest with you. You haven't eaten only it. There's a lot other foods that this would be a lot worse with. You're walking through New Mexico a little bit, Davey. We're gonna hit the Four Corners. Yep. You'll understand. Except the bread is made from, I don't know anything about that, allegedly. Some cults have really good food. You might have dropped the ball on that one, lol. Well, interestingly enough, right, Art Man, we were talking about the importance of having experiences in life right before this guy caught us on stream. So Flip in the chat said, you know, if we're so hung up and so caught up on having these experiences, we might want to go check out the cult just to see what they have to offer, you know, get a story out of it. So we almost did. How can you donate to your charity? He thinks your trip is awesome. Davey, if you type in !charity, there is a link there that goes directly to the charity page. Any money that's donated to that page, the classy one, goes directly to the charity, does not go through me, and goes straight to them, and it's really good. So if he's interested in donating to the charity, please have him donate the money there. And also, thank him very much for his contribution. It's going to a really great cause. Oh, no space, Davey, just !charity, all one word. Do you have a set budget for the entire trip or per week / per month? I budgeted it out for the entire trip, and that includes all of like my rent for the house that I'm renting out back home, my student loans, everything I have to pay on a monthly basis while I'm away, because I won't be working to get money to pay for those. So I needed to save all that money up, all the tech and gear, all the food that I'm going to use, and everything I might have to buy along the way. So that whole budget and that whole thing came out to this whole trip was going to cost me somewhere around $25,000, which is a lot. Has there been more fun than you imagined, or about the same? I definitely, the thing about this trip, right, Artman, is it's impossible to know what's going to come your way and what's going to happen, you know? So I expected there to be a lot of fun and interesting stories, and we've definitely gotten a lot, but there's no possible way I could have expected, like, what stories we were going to get and what fun we were going to have. Like, never did I think at all during this entire trip I was going to get offered to join a cult, but here we are, you know? It happens. Thanks, Davey. Has a Subway become like a second place to home? Do you know Subway menu by heart now? Oh, of course I do, Badgers. But it is really nice because they have pretty clean bathrooms, man. And it's nice to be able to like wash off, use the bathroom, and clean yourself up there. So they are really cool destinations to get to. That's China. A man over there who made buns admitted to it and showed the journalist how he made it out of cardboard. And the journalist was done with his article. He went straight to the health department with it. Gross. Guy sold the buns for a living. That is awful. But also, cool fact to know about the lighthouse. How long do you envision taking? About 5 months. It's going to take anywhere from 5 to 6 months. So we've been out here for 3 weeks. We have about another 4 months and 1 week at the minimum. Another 5 months and 1 week at the maximum. But unfortunately, I can't make it last any longer than that, so we got to stick to this timeline pretty strictly. Otherwise, there's another month and such I have to pay out of rent that I don't have the money for. So I gotta make sure I get back and get back to working. The Subway shops offer to take you in the back and hose you down with their dishwasher sprayer. Nope, I have not been offered that yet, Gecko, and I hope that I don't, because I would probably say yes, even though I should not. because I need some baths. That's true, we are ahead of schedule. Yep, that's true. But I expect a slowdown to happen once we hit the Rockies, man. We've been doing really, really well with our schedule so far. But the Rockies get pretty intense. What an adventure. I wonder how many pairs of shoes we go through. I budgeted for 6 pairs of shoes, one per month. Do you still work in construction, Blumbox? Yes, actually. I was, not last night, but the night before, I was actually up until almost midnight writing up a bid for a project that my company was trying to bid. So even while I am on the roadway, I am still working for the construction. Yep. Have you heard about these corduroy pillows? They're making headlines. Nice. Lol. That was a pretty good one, Brian. Where are you finding these? That was a pretty good one. I like that one. You're a developer. I am I work for an EPC company, which stands for Engineering, Procurement, and Construction. So I'm not a developer of the sites. The developers find the land, get the deals with the local utility companies, and then they send it over to us. We will send our bid out to an engineer. They will design the system. Then we will procure all of the I am EPC, and we build. I live in the Idaho Rockies. Lol. Awesome, man. Never reveal my sources. We'll be on the board headquarters when you get back. As much invested as you put into it, you should be part shareholder. I don't know what that badge is, but it's a once in a lifetime trip, man, and it's worth the money if I don't make anything out of it, you know? I study it, but only done some internships, so that's really cool, Blumbox. Construction's a really cool field to get into. All right, I hope we're back. Dad, I'm cold. Go stand in the corner here. It's 90 degrees. Perfect. Nice thing to come back to. All right, well, anyway, what I was saying, Blumbox, is it's a really interesting field to get into. It's really cool stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer them. We back. Sorry, guys, I have no idea. Let me just try playing with this a little bit. No, I mean, that's in. I don't think it's a jingle into the cords or anything like that. I don't know what's causing it. Just whenever we drop into low service, I think. And it has a hard time coming back on its own, so we gotta restart it. I have a state walk errands to do, catch it in a couple hours if you're still out. Thanks, ABC. Always a pleasure to see you in chat, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Hey, how's it going? And okay, thanks, I'll show it to him. He recently did a marathon for charity. Well, that's awesome, Davey. He sounds like a great guy. Hey, Principal Matthew, why aren't you staying on 20? Isn't this route going to add some distance? It's going to add a little bit, Principal Matthew, yep, but it's accounted for in the trip plan. this is the only subway that's going to be available for us for a couple of miles. So we have to go a little bit out of our way in order to get to it. But hopefully we're going to connect back onto 20, going a different way so we don't have to retrace our steps here. But it's just to get food because we need food to not die. Unfortunate. I have no idea what you said, just wondering what part of building dev you do. Awesome. Like I said, Blombox, I am a project manager, construction manager. Yeah, EPC, so I'm in charge of engineering, procurement of materials, and the entire construction management process. So that is what I do. $20 does not always have subways. Nope. How to flat earthers travel on a plane. Love it. I keep messing that, oh, what town we're headed to. Where is the subway? It's in Angola, which is the town that we're in now. It is not very far away from where we are now, but it is on the side of I-90. It is right on the side of the highway. Where's the subway? Pontiac? Nope, it is in Angola. So it must be right before the border to Pontiac, because we're pretty close to Pontiac. So we're taking this right, and we're going to go head back to I-90, and we're going to, it's like literally one of the highway rest stops. So we're going to have to access it from like a back road that leads up to it. It's a little bit weird. But you got to do what you got to do to get fed. Sounds like something I did an intern in to do contracts management for a townhouse, but thanks. No worries, Blombox. Get over here. Just gonna walk right in the middle of the road. That way we have places we can run. Angola has the walking bridge that crosses 90, I think. There is a road that connects to 20. Cool. I didn't take a walking bridge, but I did take a bridge to get across 90. But thanks, Meave. That's helpful. Because I don't know where I am. We're just trusting the whims of the gypsy here. Is on the other side of 20. Oh, okay. The address for this place, for this one, is still Angola. So it must reach over 20, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. But you're getting better at gas mileage on that stroller than we do right now. Yeah, man. I could not have picked a better time to walk across the continental United States. The gas prices the way they are. This will be a little wild. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, Helmet, but we got to do what we got to do to get fed. Exactly, Richie. Yep, it is at a like a truck stop, a rest stop on the side of the highway. Yep. Good morning, Newt. How's it going? Have you been to any Dollar Generals yet? I've been to a lot of Dollar Generals along the way, but today we went to a Walmart to get our water. Did you pick roads that aren't busy? No, not really, Blombox. The only requirement I had for roads when I picked the route were that they were legally viable roads for me to be able to walk on, so no interstates. Other than that, I just picked the shortest and straightest route to get to Santa Monica. Rest stop of 90 does appear to have a walkover. Oh, awesome. That should be great. And that'll get us back to 20. Perfect. I hope we get to take the bridge over the highway. It looks really fun. I'm down, Helmet. I hope so too. Do you think if you put this trip off 3 years, you'd still be able to do it? Oh, good question. Good question. I don't know that I would, Humanity. Physically, I think I could, but I don't know I'd be able to get another position where I could get the time off from work like this in order to do it. What's the best part about living in Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Lol. Road is called Inwood. Cool. Looks like you can use the crosswalk over the interstate at the truck stop to get back to 20, if that's the plan. I think so, Richie. I think it might be the plan. There's a no walk zone here too. Yep. Anything with I in the title, I think interstates are no walk zones. All right, let's see. Do we have any more big old fancy turns we got to do? So we're taking our next left, and then it looks like our first right after that into what should be the rest stop. Are you really walking every step or just motel to motel and tent? I'm not sure I understand the question, Blombox. I am walking every step across the continental United States of America, eating nothing but Subway. Yep. I will not get into vehicles I have a rule though, at the end of the day, I can get into a car as long as at the start of the next day, I am back where I got into that car, where I ended the last day. So I can get into a car to drive somewhere as long as the next day I start walking, I don't make any progress in the vehicle, if that makes sense. So every step we take to get across this country will be on foot. Like when you stop and sleep, do you start from the same step? Okay. Yeah. Yep. So I'll walk to a motel and then I'll start the day walking out of that motel, you know? Do you like walking in quiet areas like this? I do, Davey. I feel a lot safer and a lot better when I don't have 100 cars traveling right at my face. I think Angola is the only rest stop that has a westbound rest stop and eastbound traffic has access to it because of the walking bridge. That's pretty cool though, Meave. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Good morning, Mrs. Noss. How's it going? And Brian C. Worldwide 2. Good morning. Or, good afternoon now. It's noon exactly. If you saw a camel sign posted on it, ride me, would you ride it? And the camel sign said free. Yeah, I'd ride it for a bit as long as it brought me back to where I got on it, because that ain't my own feet and it don't count. That's what I think I'm seeing. Cool beans, cool beans. It's nice to know you guys have a plan, even if I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, huh? Alright, so it is in fact this left. Looks like a dirt road. Awesome. We love dirt roads here. It's a dirt road that leads to a highway rest stop. Interesting. Want to do New York to California on e-scooter right now. Lol. That sounds like it could be fun. It's not a dirt road. It's just a different colored road. Interesting. Okay. I was misled. What inspired this trip? Sure, when I was in high school, man, I was having a rough time like a lot of kids do. I joined a hiking and survival club that really helped out a lot. And when I was in that hiking and survival club, I heard a story about a woman that was currently walking across the country. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And that inspired me to do it. Then I tried to do it out of high school, but unfortunately a week after I graduated, I tore my ACL. So I went up to college and then joined the working world for a bit. And finally, after my company had to slow down for COVID and other reasons, I had a chance to go for it again. But in the interim, I had learned that about 49 other people have walked across the continental United States of America before. So I wanted to find a way that was unique and so that I could raise my hands at the end and say I'm the only person in the world that's ever done that. So I decided to do the trip eating only one type of food. And we landed on Subway because it is nutritious enough and available enough for us to make the trip work. Long story short. So if you did get a ride, have you got to be dropped off in the same place? Exactly, Davey. Yep. So like, let's say I stopped right here for the night, right? And I stopped walking. I could call an Uber up, get a ride to the local bar or something like that. If I had the money to pay for it, which I do not. And then as long as I Ubered back to the same exact spot, that's perfectly fine. As long as I continue on walking from here. Good luck with that one when you hit the plain states, lol. The Huff states. Like Kansas and the places where there's a lot of area in between where you could be able to get your next e-scooter charge up. How many pounds are you carrying? Gently moving. The stroller itself is about 50 pounds, and I am carrying somewhere between 30 to 40 pounds of gear with my tent, hiking bag, sleeping bag, and all the tools and gears, water, and sandwiches I have. So roughly somewhere between 80 to 90 pounds is what we are pushing in front of us. It's actually probably not. So I don't know, it's probably pretty close to 30 pounds. Probably close to 80 pounds. I don't think it's as high as 40 though. How long till Subway? Not long, Badgers. We are coming up on it now. We are taking a right in what looks... Hold on, I'll just press play here and see what it says. 0.7 miles to the next Subway. Feel it in your arms pushing? Some days more than others. Actually, what I feel is it in my shoulder, because sometimes you have to pull and push and direct the carriage. You steer the carriage, right? So sometimes the steering of the carriage is what makes my shoulder hurt a little bit, but that's about it. Do you think it's better walking and not costing you money? Yeah, Davey, yeah, I think that's the way to go. Like I said, I'm not a rich man. I only have a certain amount of money. I could not afford to spend every night of this trip in a hotel/motel or paying for Ubers or driving everywhere or drinking everywhere, you know? So I stick to walking most nights, most times. What makes for a better Sunday? Honestly, the biggest whether or not there are, or if they're just like whatever. So what makes for Subway is the experience you have when you. We'll do. I'll look at it. Indianapolis this weekend. Does anyone have any recommendations to do? I think to do. Back? Alright, I hope we're back. Audio is okay. Thanks, Genesis. I appreciate it. I think we're taking a right up here to the rest stop. Scenery is lovely. Thanks, Mama Lighthouse. I think so too. This is a really nice side road. Yeah. Next right and suddenly you're on the highway. Yeah, no kidding. Which is weird why the signal's going off and on like it just did. But, you know, whatever. I'm not a signal scientist. Beats dirt or gravel any day. You can say that again, Mama Lighthouse. Dirt or gravel, all the ruts in it, man, they really beat up Mr. Wilson. Makes me feel bad for him. I was just showing a West Coaster the stream and they were shocked how green it is. And yeah, that's just the east. Yeah, it is. It is, I don't know. It's the northeast, really, that's the screen. Because even if you go a little bit farther south, they don't have the same kind of trees and evergreens and everything like that. But it is very green up here. There's a Cinnabon and a Carvel under the same roof as the Subway. Can you get a dessert? Nope, Danger Tater, unfortunately not. Only food from the Subway. Is a Subway steak and cheese kind of day? I don't know, Michelle Obdog. I've had a lot of steak and cheeses recently. Maybe we'll get that. Maybe we'll mix it up. I think I'm definitely gonna get another meatball because that sounds really good. But I don't know what we're gonna get for our other subs. I also have to take a look at the binder and see how many subs that we have to order because I don't know where the next Subway is. Can you answer the Subway question again? You cut out before. Yeah, what was the Subway question, Chart? Hold on. What makes for a better Subway? Oh, I gotcha. The biggest difference in Subway is whether or not the employees are happy to see you and like happy to hear about your adventure and everything like that. Or if they just like don't care. So it's like really the experience you have there is what changes whether or not it's a good or a bad one. I live in the very Northwest, nothing but green. That's true too. Once you get up into Washington and Oregon, very green states. Whew. It's nice that even though this is a truck or rest stop on like the side of the highway, that they still have access from the back end so that people who are walking can get there. That's pretty cool. You don't see that all the time. If Girl Starks are inside a Subway selling cookies, can that count as buying food inside of a Subway, trying to help lol? Interesting question, Gecko. I don't think I would count it. It has to be bought from the Subway counter, I think is the delineation. Hack for meatball sub, have them grill the onions in the toasting machine before making your sub. That sounds pretty good, Michelle Obdog, yeah. How did you not join the cult? Good question. I mean, he was very enticing. He seemed like a very nice guy. He offered me food and shelter, which is all good. But I was able to pull away because I realized that the food that he was offering was not Subway. That was the only reason I was able to join, not joining the cult. Well, it does say private road for deliveries and employees only, so maybe we are cheating here. I don't know. I'm going to say no, not legally, because it's not legal in the state of New York. There you go, Pooper. That's my answer on that one. Oh, there's just a house here? Someone lives here? Cool. Weird place to live, but cool. You can use the same road to get back to 20. We did a detour, lol. Ziggy posted it in Discord. Oh, that's funny. I just went the way the GPS told us. The gypsy. Yeah, Mama Lighthouse. So there was a, earlier today on stream, there was a man in an unmarked windowless van that stopped on the side of the road and got out to talk to us, who was telling us that a member of his church commune, where they live together and share all of their belongings, saw me in a white pickup truck walking down the road, drove back to the commune, talked to him and said he should go talk to me about coming to give them a visit and spending the night there to get some food and shelter in my belly, because they looked like I might need help. I told him what I was doing, and that I was walking across the country, and that I was not in need of shelter or food at this moment, but I appreciate the offer. So he gave us a pamphlet here to read with all of his information and stuff to look into, and we just went on our separate ways. Just a very nice man from a church commune group, that's all. Way out of the way detour. Sorry. Michelle Obdog. No, I'm not wearing a costume today. Just walking like my normal self. Gypsy is a microaggression. Looks like that house was there before the interstate. I'm guessing. And then someone was too stubborn to move, I guess. Yeah, just a fun little interaction this morning. That's all, Mama Lighthouse. And thank you, T. And thank you, Gecko. I've been looking for a nice commune. Can you put us in touch? You know what, Michelle? Yeah, message me off stream. I'll give you all the information. There you go. That should do it. Oh, it's bumpy. It's good though. The legs are hurting just a little bit today, so I'm looking forward to a little bit of a rest here. If any of that was true, that would not be normal, Pooh Bear, but since it is not, we are walking normal. Lol. They probably have some great Kool-Aid. Not interested in drinking their Kool-Aid. But if anyone is interested in looking them up or talking about them or whatever, they are called the 12 Tribes, and apparently they have communes all over the country, not just in New York. Ah, there's a McDonald's on this side too. They have 2 McDonald's on a walking path to get to either of them, huh? Look at that. Where's the subway though? That's the question. Wait, is the subway on the other side? Why did they make me come over to this side? What is this GPS doing? What is happening? Uses the word, oh goodness. Southern Poverty Law Center actually has a feature on 12 tribes. They're monitored. Oh, it's in the middle. Oh, I see. Okay. The media state. That makes sense. Added a half-mile walk. I didn't need to. All right, Ziggy. Well, Google has forsaken me. Google and their maps. All right, let's take the ramp so I don't have to try to carry you guys up the stairs. Do you stream inside the subways? I've yet to catch that. Yeah, sure, Sean. We're gonna stream inside this one for a little bit. I think I'm gonna end up using the bathroom here and taking a little bit of a break here. So we'll probably cut off stream, but I can at least stream the ordering. And then when we sit down, we'll do a little bit of an intro, and maybe we'll be on a little bit later. Oh, or I might put in a couple of off-stream straps. I don't know. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let me take a second here and get caught up. Make sure to take some selfies. We get to the pedestrian bridge. Does this mean you're going to be playing real life Frogger? Nope, there's a pedestrian bridge. All right, perfect. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Thank you. The Space Weasel, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Chat will guard the stroller. Charge some battery banks up here while I'm here, just to ensure we get another day. Can you take off your shirt and tell the subway workers? Nope, I can't do that, Beck. All right. What are you talking about, Vic? All right, here's the subway. All right, I'm gonna get one meatball sub for now. I'll sit down, I'll eat that, and then I'm gonna we'll call off on stream here, guys, and then I'll order the rest of the food after I do a little bit of planning over at the tables there.
Okay, that sounds good for me.
I will not poober. And no, there will be no McDonald's, only Subway. Didn't know what I'm talking about most of the time. I mostly throw things at the wall and see what sticks. Lol.
How can I help you?
Hey, can I do a foot-long Italian herbs and cheese meatball? All right, I'll do that for you, Helmet. We can get one.
Are you cheese?
Yes, please. Can I do American?
Did you want that toasted?
Yes, please. Yeah, Michelle Hot Dog, they are.
What can I do for you?
I get a
Through here.
oven roasted on
Go on or 6 cents?
6 cents.
Is that wheat or white? Wheat.
Yeah.
I get one of the white chip I can't.
I always get it really long and I never. I'm like, I better just.
I don't know that I've tried it, Michelle Hot Dog. I always get American. It's my go-to.
Turkey, right?
Yeah, I do the pepper jack.
Yes, we did, Winter Powell. We made it here.
That is Coca-Cola.
Yeah, a little bit.
Toasted?
No, thank you.
How's it going?
Yes, that's cold. What can I do for you?
Anything else on the meatball?
Yeah, can I do onions, a little bit of salt and pepper, and Parmesan cheese?
Okay, great.
We're gonna try?
So you want to hear something crazy? I'm actually, I'm currently walking across the country from Boston, Massachusetts to Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. I'm doing the whole trip eating nothing but food I can buy at a Subway restaurant chain. Live streaming the whole trip too, so I got a whole chat watching this right now.
That's cool.
Turkey.
It's a long walk, dude.
It's a little over 3,044 miles. Yep. I try to walk somewhere between 20 to 30 miles a day.
Yeah.
And
I just hate walking over the bridge to get here.
It was cool, actually. I haven't. This is one of a kind somewhere. We haven't been to one like this before.
What's the purpose?
I'm hooked up with a charity called Big City Mountaineers.
Okay.
It's a group that takes kids from inner city and underprivileged areas and brings them on adventures in like the wilderness and outdoors.
Right on.
Try to keep them away from bad influences.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So they're sponsoring it and everything?
They are, yeah. They're helping us out. I have a donation page for them, and yeah, it's cool. It's
Do you have a card or something?
Yeah, here, hold on. Let me get on ahead of here. I can just keep them in an easier to reach location, but. Perfect. Could I also get a white macadamia nut cookie? Thanks, appreciate it. Here, I'll give you one too.
That's awesome.
So the charity link is the one at the very bottom there.
Cool. Yeah, I'll hop on there. What do you guys have set up with PayPal and Venmo and all that stuff? Or?
PayPal, I think Venmo will work. Yeah, credit card will work on there too. It's all good. All right.
How can I help you?
I will hit you up on there.
Hey, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Any drinks with this?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a Fanta.
Would you like the receipt?
Yes, please.
I'm paying for you on the shirt.
All right, let's go get a seat. It's a nice spot. As good as any. All right, guys, sorry about that. I'm gonna rest up here for a bit, do a little bit of research, figure out what I gotta order for the next leg of the trip here. Well, not good for dogs. All right, well, I'm gonna get back on here. Thank you guys for joining us for this morning. We might be back on a little bit later on, but like I said, for right now, we're just gonna rest up the legs, and we'll see how it goes. I will send a message in the Discord to let you guys know if I'm gonna be streaming later on. Do we have any idea of who we should raid today? Golden Slime, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. And welcome to the walk. Will do, guys. Please come back. All right, Agitator. Like I said, I'll post in the Discord and let you guys know which way we're doing. I think Dr. WD-40 is still on. Let's raid him. Oh, sorry, I already sent it, Gecko Jeep. We're going on over to Dr. WD-40, who I believe is still on. Maybe he's not. Maybe we just raided someone who's not on. I don't know. We'll find out. Brian C. Worldwide, too. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. All right, let's do duck sauce then. Hold on. / raid duck sauce. Well, oh well, I don't know where it's going to send you guys, but good luck. I'll see you in a bit, and we'll see what happens. Bye.